What is death? Someone said that death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. I suppose that's true, especially when concerning this story. And there are lots of stories from lots of places, many worlds with many stories. And in all of those stories is death. And in some of those stories, there is an afterlife. Someone else said, when a person dies, they only appear to die. They are still with us in more ways than we realize. And that one's not true. Sorry about that. No, because when someone dies, no matter where they die, no matter what they did, no matter who they were, they end up here, in the library, with me, or with him. Either way, they're dead. So let's see who died today and what stories they'd like to still tell. The night sky sparkled above Lacrin with divine brilliance. The seven-pointed Nivaran constellation glowing at its zenith. The stars formed the shape of a leaping cat, its tail curling in a playful arc. As dawn crept over the horizon, the constellation dimmed, its silvery glow fading as hues of gold and crimson paint the horizon. The goddess's watchful eye withdraws, leaving the world bathed in the warmth of morning light. Along the winding dirt trail of the Serpents Run, two riders make their way northward. A dwarf in crimson robes atop of a sturdy horse, a moon sickle gleaming faintly at his side, and beside him a deep gnome in sapphire blue robes perched on a shaggy pony, her staff crowned with a softly glowing crystal, dust rising lazily from their mount's hooves, the air still heavy with the promise of trouble. The road twisted ahead, flanked by swelling hills and rocky outcroppings, and though the morning sun climbed higher, casting long shadows. Is there a what?
Is there a smell of piss about?
Let me try that again.
Maybe you should start that from the top.
Well, the road, smelling faintly of piss, twisted ahead, flanked by swelling hills and rocky outcroppings. Though the morning sun climbed. Imagine if I'd written at the end. Oh, and also,
yeah, there's just a
it was
damp smell
actually
of
in my
piss also,
in my
by
intro.
The way.
The morning sun climbed higher, casting long shadows over the landscape. The fading stars seemed to linger, as if Nivara herself were watching her chosen clerics tread this dangerous path. And that was when the bandits attacked. But our clerics were more than capable and more than prepared. Welcome to Non-Canon. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've left that applause on there since the episode where you went to Elle's domain. Because it makes me feel so much more comfortable to be streaming with my own personal applause at all times when I need it for that sort of self-assurance. I don't have any mental health issues. Hi everyone, welcome to Non-Canon. This is our show that we do on a Friday. It's got all of your favourite DMs and none of the rubbish ones from all the other shows all over the world on the internet. They're all rubbish. And all of your favourite shows are GM'd exclusively by these three people on the screen. It's not even true. My favourite show was Spellwind.
I was going to say, you don't even mean it.
On this show, we tell a little story, we tell a few tales, but also you can get involved in a minor way if you would like, using your wallets and purses and coinage and PayPal apps to send us money in varying forms. If you subscribe or resubscribe or gift subs, it might contribute towards an elixir for both of our clerics. And also there are tips that will contribute to one of the random bars on the left there, which every tip will go randomly between the dark or light bars. The entire tip will fill up one of those bars or the other one, and whatever varying level that you unlock of reward, I don't know what you would call those, incentivization words, will immediately become
Loot
unlocked
boxes.
and appear in the game. For example, cleric items
No,
for
there's
our
no loot
clerics.
boxes. No loot boxes. We don't have any loot boxes. No gambling. There's no gambling.
There's no gambling in this.
here. No gambling. There's no loot boxes.
No, not call them loot boxes. Cleric items.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
They're cleric items for our level 11 clerics who don't have enough magic items. And when we were making these characters, I was like, you guys need to make level 11 characters. And like on the day, I realized that if you were level 11, you would have magic items and stuff. But I can't be bothered to figure out how to give you them. Oh, wait, that's this show. So cleric items are the first thing you can unlock, but also the last possible thing to unlock, if you hit this on either thing, next week, which is the final episode of Non-Canon. This is the penultimate episode tonight. The final episode of Non-Canon is next week. I will be dressed in L cosplay, which
Please.
I don't even know if it is legal to do on Twitch because L wears absolutely nothing from the navel up.
I think we just give you some like floral, like little flower pasties.
I'll have
cover
to
your
figure
nips.
something out. I don't have
Yeah.
it bought or anything, so I'd have to just Amazon Prime it in, whatever it is. I think I can craft it, but I would have
I'm sure we'll be fine.
1 week to do so.
Mhm.
I haven't got anything else on this week, so it should be fine for me to completely learn how to fabricate an
I thought
entire.
you meant clothes for L, and I was like, oh, okay.
He
Alright,
just shows up
make
in
it then.
just I'll probably get away with it, right? You're just not allowed
Well,
to.
Regular
just-
feather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's true. We could just do like,
one small
feathers
feather.
maybe. Yeah. Well, no.
One
Just
small
feathers
feather
that
over
cover
the-
your nips and you're good. Right? Because that was it. Are you going to get like a,
We
get like
had
a bust
All the
thing?
feathers out, like like a
Yeah.
corset.
You got to do a corset. Will you do a corset? Because then we can stick some little feathers in the corset.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I wouldn't even. We're almost already there.
Come on, chat. Come on, chat.
It's almost done.
But
Whoever that was.
Holy shit!
I lose my mind. I have to end this. Oh, guys, I've got to go. Oh, no.
my
We have to end the stream, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
oh no, the internet doesn't work.
Oh, no. My internet. I'm going through a tunnel. Wow. Okay. Big tip from one of the fates
thank
there.
you,
Thank you very much, fates.
thank you, whoever
Big
that
tip
was.
for the
We
little
really
tip.
appreciate
A
it.
big tip so
Yeah.
that I will show my
tip.
little tip. Tips. Last week, we returned to the incredibly underwhelming and poorly written world of Lacrin. Of all
Thank
of
you
the
so much,
settings that we have,
Definitely thought you were gonna make another tip joke.
of all of the settings that we have had in all of the years on Tablestory, and of all of the settings that we had visited so far in Non-Canon, this one
This is just the
Please
tip
don't
of
say
the
this.
iceberg.
is
Yeah,
the
please.
worst one.
But please don't say that.
So weirdly
Please don't say that.
written, so
It's actually
poorly
hurting me.
paced, and just a terrible set of shows that I honestly, whoever that was that wrote and DM'd those, should not be allowed to continue this. The world of Lacrin, with the city of Rosegarde, which is on the continent of Thalmesia,
Tips are still coming.
in the year 529. I hate that they're all going to one goddamn side of this. Like,
It's perfect.
they're not. It's
It's
not even
perfect.
random at all. It's just you've gone in and PB went in and hacked the code. Just
As soon as you told me, like, oh yeah, one of the things is that I dress up as Elle in a corset. Okay. Mm-hmm.
oh, it's no longer random. Huh? Weird.
Me?
And instead of following Candle and Nivara, since they decided to basically put themselves in their own matrix and live in a state of bliss, eating as much steak as they want, we saw Candle off. He had his perfect world, I had to argue my case in Discord that was what Candle wanted from his life, which was honestly,
Whoa!
he went to the same side.
You're so fucked. Hold on. I'm going to start looking for corsets for you.
Well, you have to look. Your thing is you have to look on the UK side.
I am already there.
gotta
I'm
be
already
pink.
there, bitch. Hey, you remember when I sent you 5 pounds of Tootsie Rolls to your old address?
Yeah, don't buy this and send it to my old address, please.
5 pounds of cock rings.
There's
to
like
the
a little
old
old lady living in Brighton who just gets
She
random
just gets
gifts
this
from
corset
PB.
and some feathers.
Yeah, and some Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, we returned to this place, but Candle and Nivara were nowhere to be seen, or at least not to be seen, but Nivara appears to have become the goddess of the stars and constellations and sort of celestial phenomena here in Lacrin. as was always stated previously all those years ago in every Lacrin-based show, many times we referenced the faith of Nivara. And that's what this was all about all along, turns out. Stellar Archon head priest Aston Callahan sent you guys on a little quest. There was a fallen star, oh god, she's found it, in the bounds 2 days north of the city, and he's sending his 2 favorite clerics to investigate this. Fallen stars, of course, being very important to the faith of Nivara, being a sort of star-based god.
Do you want purple, like a lavender, or do you want cream, like a golden?
You gotta match. Gotta match the artwork. The very beautifully drawn artwork. Do you need a picture? You want me to send you it?
Yeah. Send me. Ooh, there's pink as well.
Oh, I can't. Why? Why can't I? What is happening?
I blocked you. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
you find out.
I absolutely
You can't
could
say
imagine that. Yeah, I fully expect all of my friends eventually one day to block me on everything. It's the natural progression of being anywhere near me. There you go. Is that it? No. Yeah, there we go. That's somehow what I need to be dressed in.
Did you send this
You
to
put
me?
it
I
in the
missed
non-canon channel.
Oh, okay.
I believe I have a pink hair wig, but I might be wrong. It's not a big bouffant thing like that, though.
Good word.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you, Brad, for knowing
my
that word.
God.
Thank you. I've actually been reading words for several years now. I've become literate. As is often the case with shows that star Pumpkinberry and Wacksteven as titular characters in Thelmesia, in Lacrin.
You're going to be titular next week.
They immediately encountered some kobolds who survived, thank God, an encounter with PB. And they were given a few items and sent on their way. Of course, they got into sort of a kerfuffle with some bandits. There are many bandits on the roads of Thelmesia after the 100-year war wrapped up, and Rosegarde decided to pay off Lenadel instead
Are you
of
going to do the
paying.
lashes and stuff as well?
She has no interest in what you're saying.
No, I know. It's fine. I'm just buying time for her to do this. I'm just giving random snippets of information while she does this. I mean, I sort of
Okay, I'm sorry.
have.
I'm so
Phoebe's
focused.
disregard for
Mhm.
whatever it is that you're saying right now is the way that you think I am playing Final Fantasy VII.
PB's disregard for anything that I'm saying right now is the way you play Marvel Rivals when I'm trying to talk to you about really important things.
That is accurate.
Yeah, because you're on the point, and I'm
Gotta
flying
secure
around.
the point, Brad. Come on.
I'm just flying around doing silly things, and you're getting very angry with me. They encountered the bandits, but they defeated them. After a little while, the bandits kind of threw down their weapons, recognizing that the clerics were far stronger than they were. The bandits, one of them holding his hands up in front of you, said, "We'll give you half our wares, what we took from people." And then Beau, with an excellent right hook, knocked him out. The bandit falling unconscious to the ground. Behind you, Beau, and one of the bandits had previously been engaged with Orin. That's your name.
Got it. So proud of you.
Oh, I wasn't here last week, by the way. I just want you guys to know how absolutely fully on autopilot I was. I was so tired GMing last week. Do you ever GM a whole thing and then like a day later you're like, how did I do that? How did I do that at all? I wasn't conscious. And you recognize You can kind of do this in your sleep at this point because that's
I've
how
done
good we
3
are.
shows that have
I do
been
that,
about
but
80
with life.
episodes each. Yes. Yes, I've done that.
It's crazy. It's the weirdest feeling. You're like, oh my god. Behind you is a character who looked very similar to Brock Lesnar, and if you were to take Brock Lesnar and Nappa from Dragon Ball and sort of combine them into one person, throwing down their weapons, again, each of you turn and he says, "We ain't even want to do this anyway. It was all his idea. Give him some stuff, boys. Give him some stuff before they kill us." The bandits start throwing things at you, landing and clattering at your feet, various stolen items and things that potentially need to be returned to people or simply can just be brought back or perhaps kept. And those items are all of the many varying items that we must now roll for because the fates have gone insane this evening. And we are almost already at the very top of the light tip bar. Starting with the cleric items.
And how does that make you feel?
All right, let's see. So you guys need to roll me a d20 each. 2
Imagine
d20s.
if somebody
actually.
knocks on Brad's door when he's in the cosplay.
People have been knocking
I
on my door
told you
all
the
week as
story
well.
about when the fire alarm went off and I was in my flight suit, right?
Yeah.
And I had to,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I
other
mean, that's
story's
definitely
better.
not as, yeah.
I have
Oh.
before. I have done.
I totally forgot about that.
There was a
one.
way worse story.
You know,
Yeah.
I had to see him in the fucking
The other one
elevator.
is so much better.
Did I tell you I had to see him in the elevator like 3 months later,
Oh,
and it
God.
was just so awkwardly quiet, where it was like,
He's thought about you every day since, though. That's what makes it even more awkward. I've opened the door a couple of times after doing like a crazy stream and just been like half in drag and just forgotten that I was like fully made up on my face, but just wearing like jeans and a hoodie, and I just opened the door and just I don't know what people must think is going on in here. They probably sit at the door waiting.
It's a good time.
A good time.
Whoa. Whoa.
Has it
Is
happened?
that enough?
All right.
Did it happen?
It's happened.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, there it is.
All
There
right.
it is.
All right.
We did it.
Take note of the number, remember, because these bars need, figuring out. All right. Damn. Thank you
shit.
very much, everyone. That is
Yes,
insane
thank you so
to
much.
have already
Yes.
slammed that within, what,
Within
20 minutes?
30 minutes, not even.
20 minutes since we've been on
Thank you
screen.
so much, Fates.
And how does that make you feel? Oh,
Um,
shit, dude.
I feel like I need to put my heating on next week because I'm going to get a little chilly. What about like, can I wear like pasties or those little like tassel things?
Yeah. Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
I'll buy some of those.
Well,
I don't know
I don't
what the
know about
rules are.
tassels, but
I don't know what the...
I don't know what the rules are either, but I'm sure it's fine. Well, actually, I do know. You can't puke and you can't show your nip, so you're good, I think. And obviously, not anything
There's a
else.
massive chance I'll do both of those things next week. I don't know what you're talking about. It's almost certainly going to happen. All right, let's give you some items. Let's give you some
Fucking-
items.
It's happening right now.
What numbers did you roll on your d20s?
rolled an
am I
18 and a
rolling
12.
too? Sorry.
Both of you rolled 2 d20s,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
What did you get?
18 and a 12.
18 and a 12. The 12 is
And-
a filter of blessing.
Ooh. And what does that do?
Drinking this potion grants the effects of the bless spell for 1 minute.
Nice. Fantastic.
An 18 is the Horn of Divine Warning. This horn lets you
I'm gonna
cast
need that for next week.
thaumaturgy to produce a
Mhm.
booming sound or warn allies in battle.
Ooh, that's cool. The Horn of Gondor.
The Horn of Gondor, yeah. What did
Yep.
you get, Wack?
Fantastic.
Bo got
Now, Wack.
himself a 6 and a 9.
It's Beau now. There is no
That's right.
Wack.
Okay.
Wack
I'm
is
just
gone.
curious. Whack, have you read Lord of the Rings, since we're now just revealing things that you have or have not done?
I have, yes. I
Okay.
read. I did the
Now,
audio.
can we just double check
Andy
you're
Serkis.
not lying to us
I
again?
did the Andy. What does my horrible memory have to like? You got to factor that in, okay? To all of this stuff,
Dude, your memory is so much better than ours.
I did,
Yeah, I
but
know.
you have selective memory, and I have it too, by the way, just not for the same shit that you do.
Yeah, we're
You have selective memory for music and their lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You just remember, like, it's fucking crazy. You'll remember music lyrics for random songs.
That's true.
And I'm just like, dude, I don't know any fucking music lyrics at all. And Final Fantasy shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
There
And
it
it's
is.
locked in there.
Yep.
It's fucking in your brain.
It's the only thing I know.
Yep.
Do you have a show called Mastermind in the US?
I don't think so.
We might.
It's like a
but I don't.
trivia show. Like you sit down and
Mm.
they just ask you questions about trivia, and at the end, the final like level is that you pick your own subject, and they try and hit you with the hardest questions about whatever that
Holy
subject
shit.
is. And I was like, the only subject I could ever go in there with is Final Fantasy VII, probably. Like, I don't know if there's anything I know as well as that, and even that I suck at compared to like real brain people, which is what I thought Wack was. Turns out he's just a charlatan and a liar, and he's been replaced by someone else, and he's a doppelganger or something. He's whatever Avril Lavigne is now. That ain't her. That's Melissa.
That's such a good fucking...
The two things that Beau got is a Chalice of Divine Grace. When you use a spell to restore hit points, you can restore an extra 1d8 points to the target. Or to one target. And you've got a ring of spell storing. Store up to 5 levels of spells in the ring, which you or another creature can cast later.
Nice. That's so cool.
Very cool.
That's
Which is
very convenient.
broken as hell.
Holy, yeah, that's
a cool
amazing. Also, you first.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, I'm just continuing
We
to go
gonna-
up this
are we-
insane. By
okay.
the time I get through all this stuff you guys have, and we've
So
just
yeah, you keep
gone
doing
off on
that.
these
I was
tangents.
just
Did we
I
all
was
get
just
sleep
gonna
last
tell
night?
Chat.
This isn't right.
Yes.
This isn't.
Yeah.
Sleep.
yeah.
We're
Yeah,
all just
so did I.
we're on form, which means all of us can be talking. This is the first time this has ever happened on Non-Canon. We've been exhausted pretty solidly, and also going into next week, it's going to be exhaustion again. This is it. This is the only episode.
Yep. This is
Nothing's going to happen
Enjoy it.
somehow. We're just going to give you some items and then waffle and then nothing, and then it's the end. Go on. What are you saying?
I was going to say thank you, everyone. I know that we're all very excited to see Brad with his nips out, or at least covered in pasties, but all of those tips help us run shows on the channel. So it's, we're very, very, very grateful. So thank you. That's it. I was going to be serious, Brad. That's what I was doing.
Don't do that.
Okay. Why?
You can do it at the end or
At
something.
the end?
Yeah.
Why does it make you feel things? And how does that make you feel?
I'm feeling a lot of
Sorry.
things right now. I don't need any more added on top of it. Okay.
okay.
I've just found out my friend is a lying piece of shit. Okay.
Either that or you've shifted reality.
I've shifted into an
either
alternate
option.
reality. Either way, it's going to freak me out. Okay. I've also realized that I've got to do like about 6 months worth of workouts in the next week. I have to be naked on stream. I'm emaciated right now. I've been incredibly unwell for 9 months.
Maybe you
Been
can
on a
get one
cut.
of those like
It's actually been an amazing
You were on a
cut.
bulk, and now you're on a cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of.
get one of those muscle suits.
I'm going to have to get Aaron's muscle suit.
Yeah, Aaron's muscle suit.
You can take Orcus's. He didn't use it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he got one.
He bought one.
That was a
Or-
great joke, you assholes.
He bought one for Thrak and then moved to the south and put on a
Couldn't-
robe and was like, if I wear this,
I'm gonna die. I
I'm
will.
die. I don't know if he has it on in the first session 0. He might do. But
He
I do
might.
recall him literally like he was about to pass out at some point when he was wearing it.
Like I can't do it.
And I was like, you can't wear that every week. You're going to die. All right. Well,
So we are cursed.
let's do that then.
Yep.
Wait.
No?
You got loot box, We got magic items.
Yeah, we're
We
going
got
on.
exalted. We got
Yeah,
blessings
I
of
was
Nivara.
I was going up the range of the bar.
Going
okay?
zigzag.
We're going
Yeah,
zigzag.
mhm.
Yeah. Here's the first curse. We'll say it's for Whack. Beau, when splashed with cold water, character transforms into one size smaller. Warm water temporarily reverses the transition.
Ranma 1/2, but D&D. Let's go.
And then this one would be for Orin. I thought it was the same thing. It is the same. No, it isn't. 63.
Oh my god.
A perpetually
I'm slowly
magical
becoming Ren.
darkness surrounds the character for 25 feet. It is transmittable by touch. That is insane. Remember those for in a minute when we get into, well, in an hour when we get into
So
the actual gameplay.
does it mean like if I touch somebody, they just have
They
it now?
get
It's
this
like it
curse.
follows?
This curse, I think you got this curse off of one
Uh-huh.
of these guys, but you don't even know it yet.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay,
you were
okay.
engaged with Brock Lesnar, and now
Mhm,
you
mhm.
have caught this.
Does it leave me or does it stay with me and just transmit?
A good point.
Yep.
Yeah, it is transmittable. I think
Yeah.
this is the beginning of a horrendous epidemic.
Horrific vampire
in-
curse. Yeah, okay. Okay.
This is a weird magical darkness plague that is about to
Since you
strike.
got it from Brock Lesnar, it must be diverticulitis.
I don't know what that means or
Oh,
what that
okay.
word is.
We'll just
Okay.
let you keep wondering then.
All right, let's see what you get in the first loot box, which is secretly a gift from the Fates, but presents itself in this story as stuff that these bandits are throwing at your feet in hopes that you won't kill them. Let's see. So you get 2, 3. You get 4 of these. All right. The first item. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh, it's an Illuminator's tattoo. So this is just going to be a stick-on one that requires
Mhm.
water to put on. One of you has a problem with water. And I don't
Yep.
know what the Illuminator's tattoo does. I've clicked it, but it's not coming up for me. So,
That's because it's currently unidentified.
right. I don't know what that means or how to do that in this.
So there, if you click it at the top, there's equipped and unidentified is a little toggle. You can switch it from unidentified, I think.
What do you mean click it at the top?
I'm going to show you what I see, and maybe they're different. That. Do you have that?
No. When I'm clicking this, it's doing nothing at all. So,
Double click it.
nothing.
All right.
Yep, don't know. Google Illuminator's tattoo 5e. The Illuminator's tattoo is a special tattoo that when you attune to this, blah 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 blah. Oh, these are. Oh, that's why. I think it's just. No. This is the one. I think you might have had this before. Magical scribing. When this tattoo is on your skin, you can write with your fingertips as if it were an ink pen that never runs out of ink. As an action, you can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page in length and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the named creature for 24 hours. Either of you can dismiss the invisibility. So this is what this would give you if you were to put the Illuminator's tattoo on. I don't know why I can't click it.
I
the
found you
next-
falsies.
Thank you.
False eyes.
Took me a moment.
All right,
What the hell you were talking about.
Yeah,
You get
mhm.
a hunk
You're
of
welcome, chat.
cheese. They give you a little bit of cheese as well. They give you... Someone's going to be good. Irish's RPG from Sector 49.
Yes! Let's go!
There's this
What?
really weird tinkered looking contraption that's like sparking and smoking and fizzing as it lands in front of you, because that thing worked really well. So there's this strange looking wand or something that they throw in front of you. And also the last item is a ring of swimming, which will be probably entirely useless. I'm not gonna lie. I do
Why
not
did that
believe.
sound like you were like, oh, I know exactly how that will be used?
Well, I was just thinking if
Okay.
there is any water along this route. That's why.
Oh my god!
If I give you the map, look.
It's just the Colosseum.
There's
bit
a little
in
river.
Darkfire again. Oh my
There's
god!
a little river here. Yeah, you
Mhm.
could go back and go underneath the bridge, which is where the you know what? Spoilers.
Yep.
Spoilers for Darkfire. Never mind. Nothing under the bridge in
Code
Rosegarde at all.
for Brad not remembering.
Oh, I remember.
Mm.
It was one
Yep.
of my favorite revelations in the series. I weirdly remember Darkfire quite well, which is strange. I don't
Yeah,
remember
me too.
a lot.
Memory is not very
I
good.
remember my Dustveil knowledge is very patchy at this point because it's been so long, and it was a really huge show. Like we were doing like full 4-hour episodes at that point. It was
Mhm.
it was the first thing I think I officially ran on Tablestory. As
Speaking
its
of, it's
own
available
brand.
now on Spotify
Yeah.
or podcast format.
On the Tablestory
first thing.
channel. We had
Yep.
created Tablestory, but we hadn't fully made it its own channel yet. And it was a really long time ago. I think it was 2016, 2017, and 2018 I think was Darkfire. And Dying Order I remember random
19.
bits of as well. I think Dying Order
don't-
was 2019.
You might
By
be
the way,
right.
I base these all on traumas. And I'm like, I just remember which
That's what I was
traumas
doing as well.
which trauma happened to me that year, and which trauma happened to me that year, and which trauma happened
Mhm.
that year. But I think I remember running. I think I ran some of Darkfire from LA when I was in LA, right?
No. No.
No. Was that
I don't
Fractured
think so.
Worlds?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Fractured Worlds was 2016.
No, you were right.
So-
August 7th, 2018 to July 9th, 2019.
You see that? That's
is when
cool.
Darkfire
Having
ran.
a bulletproof
Well
memory
done.
whack. You'll
Well
never know
done.
what it feels like to have this power.
You just said that was Dying Order. That was 2019. So you mean the start? When
Yeah,
did you
he
start
must
Dying
have.
Order.
No, so each one is. So I remember Dustveil ended started 2017, ended 2018. Darkfire started
Mhm.
2018, ended 2019. So
And you were right on both counts, Brad.
So
He's
Dying
gaslighting
Order-
you live again.
okay, yeah.
Dying Order started in 2019.
2019, yeah.
September 8th. Yep.
And I remember it because of the traumas that happened to me in those years. Each one is its own trauma. Well, the shows weren't traumas, but there were traumas around those shows that I remember just when I look back and I'm like, how did I get any of that done? You know,
Hmm.
you ever think like that? Anyway, we can save it for the lunch break. I'm feeling
Yeah, about my
peckish.
life.
I'm really hoping we never get any. I kind of hope we get nothing done this week.
Still left lunch
What?
break on
No.
there.
Lunch break is potentially going to happen, and then we're going to start next week with the exact same thing again, which is kind of apt.
It's kind of hilarious.
All right, so those are the 4 items
From
that
the
the
top.
fates decreed you. Then you get exalted, so you can roll me. I think it's a D30 now. Let me just remind myself, because this is its own table.
Say when.
I've got so many documents for this now. So it's a real campaign. Oh no, I changed it to a D20. That's right, it was a D30. D20.
Okay. 20. Or no, 9. 20 was for Candle. We
How
just
did-
did it at the same
okay.
time.
I thought
20.
Candle and Novara.
Or sorry. I don't know your character's
Beau.
name right now. Beau. That's right.
Because you're rolling as
Beau,
Candle
Beau,
and
Beau.
Novara, which I enjoy a
Mhm,
lot.
mhm.
Which
Mhm.
everyone, the Inquisitors in the Discord are going to be like, well, they were rolling as Candle and Novara, which means they were secretly Candle and Novara, but
Mhm,
actually it was just
mhm.
pure user error. I love that. You know, when you're GMing.
GM error.
Is it my fault? This isn't a thing that you
Yeah,
pick?
because we
Can't
can
switch
pick it, but you have to give us permission, I
Oh,
think.
you got to tell me these things. I still don't know how to use this. The whole
I have
point.
no idea either if it makes you feel any better.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
how to.
great.
Well, when I looked it up, because I tried to change my name, it was like the GM must give you permission to roll as a different,
I've got
different,
no idea how to
character.
do that. Is this in the thing where I find?
Don't worry about it.
I
It's
don't
really
care.
not a big
I
deal.
couldn't care less. You're right. 9. Quickened recovery. When you regain hit points from a healing spell or potion, you regain an additional 2 hit points. That one is for Nivara, who rolled a 9, and then Candle
Thank you.
rolled the Bond of Fellowship.
Wait.
What?
Okay, sorry, I was just making sure because they're not labeled in here. I'm doing this.
This one's pretty strong too. Allies
Got it.
within 10 feet of you can re-roll a single failed ability check or saving throw once per day.
Oh my god!
That one's good. That is legendary resistance. Passive allies legendary resistance. That's
Wow.
that's the exalted for 20. Yeah, I love it when you go into the Discord and someone has found something that was just purely an error. Just a pure error. It just either something came up in the Roll20 or the Foundry, and it just did it wrong, and you didn't even know it happened, maybe. And then you see a column come in from someone that is like, so this means this.
And you're
And
like, oh,
these
shit.
guys are really good at what they're doing, and they know what they're doing, and they always tell us they pepper in these little things for us to find. And you're sat there like, you missed all of them. There were 25 in this episode, and you picked up on a thing that was a misclick.
I think that was an accident. Yeah.
And it feels so good and so bad at the same time, but it's nice to have people as invested as they are.
Except Piranha, who figured out the entirety of Dying Order. And that's
Bro,
how Piranha
on like
became...
day 2, right?
But Piranha has done that, I think, with like 3 of my shows now,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I have to run this next thing the way I'm running it.
It's how he got promoted to mod.
Kyria did it too, didn't she? Kyria did it for
Oh, you
something
said
insane,
Kyria,
Brad.
but I was like, I don't know who that is because I call them Kyrie, like the Mr. song.
Oh,
I know
right,
it's
right, right.
Kyria, but I
Yeah.
don't know
Well, I mean, maybe it's not.
who that is because
Okay.
I call them Quaestis, which was our first clue, by the way, PB.
Yep.
What was the second one? We figured it out in your stream, Wack. What was the second clue?
Fucking no.
There was a second clue. Who was watching Wack's stream before this? All right, next thing you get are Blessings of Nivara. Yeah, what is that, PB?
Oh, the Buster Sword. The Buster Sword. You guys held on to the Buster Sword for the entirety of the remake.
That's right. When I played Remake, I didn't switch from Buster Sword.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
But
he did.
We play games the same way, Brad. He doesn't.
He's a
I
monster.
wouldn't expect.
He's a monster, and I don't like
I
him
leveled
anymore.
up every
trust
weapon
him.
to the max.
He blinks sideways. He's got a forked tongue. Yeah, monster,
Yeah,
not human.
monster.
Blessings of Nivara.
That Buster Sword right into the trash.
Scum.
As soon as I mastered it, into the trash.
You're a bad person. The Blessings
Zach
of
can pick that shit
Nivara.
up later.
Oh, no, the Blessings of Nivara is entirely up to Nivara. What do you think the Blessings of Nivara are?
At any time, we can summon your monologue. It's so dumb, but at any time, we can make you
Which
do the
one?
Black Pain monologue.
You can pick one.
Yeah. Wait. As we summon
I have a
you?
whole book written now because of this. I wrote 1 page from every episode as if it were a novel.
Yeah. Okay, then yes.
I've got
That's
1, 2,
the blessing
3,
of
4,
Nivara.
5, 6, 7, 8,
We can just
9.
summon a Brad monologue as like inspiration, motivation. I should use that for something else, like first
What,
time you
15,
die, you
16?
get to be revived with 1 hit point.
Yeah, you could have had anything.
But
there.
no,
It was the wish spell.
Yep.
All
that's
right.
what I
Yeah.
want to use it for.
Sure.
I want to use it for Brad's writing.
Just exhaustion. Just exhaust him further. try and kill him. The power. All right. That's the blessing of Nivara. At any point,
You're welcome, chat.
you two can summon a monologue from me.
I would like to summon a monologue, please.
All right. Which monologue would you like? Would you like it to be random or would you like to pick one?
I would like it to be random.
Then roll a D. So if I add in, I have to add in the black mane thing as one of them, right? And then this one's 2.
Absolutely.
So that's 15, 16, 17. A D17, please. 17 is black mane monologue.
16.
16 is literally today's one.
Nice.
So here we
From
go
the
again.
top,
Do you know
bitch.
what's so annoying is I just closed it when I opened up the exalted thing as well. It's the worst one to find because it's the one that's in the same thing as last week because I was lazy and I wrote Rosegarde, Faith of Nivara, part 1 and 2 in the document. So now I have to go and find it. The night sky above Lacrin sparkled with divine brilliance, the 7-pointed Nivaran constellation glowing at its zenith. The stars formed the shape of a leaping cat, its tail curling playfully in an arc. As dawn crept over the horizon, the constellation dimmed, its silvery glow fading as hues of gold and crimson paint the horizon. I'm trying to do it quickly because this is a waste of fucking time. The goddess's watchful eye withdrew, leaving the world bathed in the warmth of morning light. Along the winding dirt trail of the Serpents Run, 2 riders made their way northward. A dwarf in crimson robes rode a sturdy horse, a moonsickle gleaming faintly at his side. Beside him, a deep gnome in a sapphire blue robe perched on a shaggy pony, her staff crowned with a softly glowing crystal. Dust rose lazily from their mounts' hooves, the air still heavy with the promise of trouble. The road twisted ahead, smelling like piss, flanked by swelling hills and rocky outcroppings. Though the morning sun climbed higher, casting long shadows over the landscape, the fading stars seemed to linger, as if Nivara herself were watching her chosen clerics tread this dangerous path, and that was when the bandits attacked. But our clerics were more than capable and more than prepared.
I'd like to summon a monologue.
Fuck you, man.
I was going to do it midway through that monologue.
All right, which one? I guess, do you want to pick one or do you want random?
Third episode. I don't remember what it was.
What was that, Spellwind?
I don't know, but I just remember there was something that you wrote that I was like, holy fuck. I think it was the third one. Right, chat? Do you guys remember
I feel like
which one I freaked out about?
Okay.
I want to say it's the third one.
You want to say it's the third one?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay. Okay. Well, Spellwind. Let's go with Spellwind.
Okay.
Let's go with Spellwind. I don't know. I don't have anything queued up for the thing. Adventures of Hearth. The Orphic Cradle. Hearth lay sprawled under a troubled sky, the clouds swollen and bruised with streaks of violet that twisted and shifted. The air itself seemed charged, simmering with barely restrained energy, wild and electric. Only those who could attune to its chaotic magic felt it, a pulsing presence beyond thought, whispering through the quiet, the Spellwind. Far beneath the stormy sky, Lorcan wrapped his cloak around himself, his gaze tracing the jagged skyline of Evervale in the distance. The city loomed dark and silent, its needle-like spires defying the restless sky. Ahead of him, the Evervalian reactor number 8 sat on the coastal cliffs, churning its mechanical hunger deep within. The ground underfoot seemed dull, the leaves lifeless, as if some vital spark had been stolen, devoured by Evervale's relentless arcane engines. This is a long one. In the failing light, Claret was barely more than a silhouette, but his presence was unmistakable, solid and commanding.
Oh, this should have been a clue.
A grim figure honed by years of resistance, a force of nature himself. He moved with purpose and certainty, his every step an affirmation of his mission. Lorcan had seen the devastation left in the reactor's wake, the silent fields, the hollowed-out villages. This was his first mission, and the weight of it pressed on him like a chill in the air. He carried the bomb under his cloak, its casing cold and foreign in his hands, its presence alien, yet electric. This small device, with its inscribed runes and deadly mechanisms, held the power to bring the reactor to ruin. Destroying the reactor was more than just an act of defiance. It was a strike against the God King's dominion, an attempt to loosen the grip he held over Hearth's magic. The route to the reactor wound through this last stretch of an abandoned town, and then into the barren, torchlit expanse surrounding Evervale. From here, Lorcan could just make out the outlines of guards stationed at regular intervals, their armor bearing the familiar emblem of Evervale, symbols of the God King's unyielding authority. The Sworn were resolute, their postures rigid as they patrolled, loyal to a ruler who had twisted Hearth's magic into something to be harnessed and controlled. As the shadows grew longer, and as the first stars pricked the sky, Lorcan steadied his breathing, his pulse a steady thrum, syncing with the hum of the reactor in the distance. In the solitude of this moment, he felt the spellwind wrap around him, as if bracing him for what lay ahead. This mission was not just another skirmish. It was the first flame, the beginning of a fire that could spread, that could ignite something far greater, a spark of rebellion, a reminder that the magic of Hearth still had those who would defend it. And then it went like
I'd like
this.
to use Nivara's blessing, please, because that was not episode 3. That was Spellwind, and it was supposed to be Stygian Gate. Sorry.
Fuck.
Sorry.
What was episode 2?
It might be episode 2 that I'm also thinking of, which is Lancelot.
No, Lancelot was episode 1.
Yeah, but I think it was 1 and 2, wasn't it?
1 and 2. I think.
Yep.
I don't believe you. I don't believe
Okay.
either of you. Okay.
Whack deserves that, but not me.
Both of you liars. Miranda's room.
Chad said it. It was Chad.
Chat, the restraint Brad just showed right now, not immediately roasting me to filth, was impressive.
Okay. Meet Miranda, 28 years old, an animator from Toronto. Tonight,
Still
however...
waiting on that.
What?
Meeting Miranda.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not. Meet Miranda,
Oh.
28 years old, an animator from Toronto. Tonight, however, would offer her a story stranger than anything she had
Toronto.
ever imagined.
I thought you
Toronto.
said-
What would you say? Toronto. Meet
Yeah, they just
Miranda,
don't say the T.
28 years old, an animator from Toronto. Tonight, however...
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Tonight, however, would offer her a story stranger than anything she had ever imagined. After an evening unlike any other, one draped in the bizarre and inexplicable, she found herself shifted as if the universe had subtly tilted on its axis. Canonically, moving from the I was on theme still back then because I didn't have to extend this for 2 extra
Why
months.
don't we do it from the top? From the top.
Meet Miranda, 28 years old. You know what this is based on, by the way? Me and Miranda, when we were coming up with this stuff, there is an old Eminem song where he goes, meet Steve, 29 years old. He comes home from his work at a blah, 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 to find his wife in bed with another man. Do you remember that video where they did that? What was that song called? Guilty Conscience? Eminem and Dre, maybe?
I don't know the title of the song.
That's why this says, meet Miranda, 28 years old, an animator from Toronto. That's what that is based on, because me and Mergs were just laughing about it. And then I wrote it into this. Really put a lot of effort into this show, I did. You know, I really pulled out all the stops.
And I love that we're in the second to last episode and Whack and I are just being absolute shitheads to you.
I hope
But
this is
if you
worth
could
it
take
for
from the
you
top,
guys
that would be
watching.
great.
Meet Miranda, 28 years old, an animator from Toronto. Tonight, however, would offer her a story stranger than anything she'd ever imagined. After an evening unlike any other, one draped in the bizarre and inexplicable, she found herself shifted as if the universe had subtly tilted on its axis. Now, Miranda stood in the familiar confines of her apartment, bathed in the dim glow of her desk lamp. Her desk lamp?
Vaguely smelling of piss.
Her chair? Her piss-smelling drapes? Her books? All scattered across the room, piled in corners and stuffed onto shelves. Yet something felt off. An unsettling wrongness lingered in the air. She couldn't pinpoint it, but a sharp unease coiled inside her. What had she been doing moments ago? And what was that blinding flash of light? Her thoughts spiraled as she blinked at 2 strangers standing before her, uninvited and unexplained. And then, the sharp sound of knocking broke through the haze. Someone was at the door, but who? Which is also a Twilight Zone, I now remember. I wanted it to be Twilight Zone. All right, okay, back to the game.
I think we have got to level up.
God,
And a loot box.
you've got another loot box. Let me do the loot box.
Yep.
Let me get that out of the way. And then I can just
Okay.
take a break. If this had been last week, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If this had been last week, I wouldn't have been such a fucking gremlin.
None of us would.
You know that like the ideal situation for a GM is to like just have the players role play for the entire
This is
time.
you doing it to the GM.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We got to see if we can do zero role
Yeah.
play today.
There's my doctor at the beginning of the week being like, oh, by the way, just trying to make
Take
sure
it
you keep
easy.
an eye on all your stuff. And I'm here just like not breathing because I'm just endlessly monologuing. All right, let's see what items fall onto the ground in front of you. Navigator's tools, another sextant. Voice is going. And a bell branch? What the hell is that?
Fuck if I know.
Google.
I
Bell
also don't know.
branch. A bell branch. This silver implement is shaped like a tree branch and is strung with small golden bells. The branch is a spell casting focus for your spells while you hold it. This is a magical item. The branch has 3 charges and it regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. You can use the charges in the following ways. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 charge to detect the presence of aberrations, celestials, constructs, elementals, fae, fiends, or
cool.
undead within 60 feet of you. If such creatures are present and don't have a total cover from you, the bells ring softly, their tone indicating the creature types present. As an action, you can expend 1 charge to cast protection from evil and good. So I'm just going to link the page for that one.
Okay.
Cool, that one's cool. That's a dope item anyway. I'm gonna remember that. That's the item that they're starting off with in the next campaign on the channel, which
Perfect.
I've been trying
We
to
still
write.
have to decide who gets what.
Divvy it up as you want.
My suggestion, as it were, I'll be happy to take that hunk of cheese. I do
Okay.
like me a good cheese. And I have no idea what this long, strange contraption is, but it might be a little too big for you to carry around.
Okay. You can divvy it up
Perhaps.
however you like.
Perhaps I'll hold on to that. There's a ring here, and this sort of looks like a temporary tattoo. Perhaps you should take that.
Okay. The ring and the temporary tattoo, or
That's right.
just the... Okay.
It's
I'll
like
take
a
both
subtle
of those.
darkness spreading out from Orin
Yeah.
as she's speaking.
I'll take those. Right after
You-
I get a blessing of Nivara.
Which I am
I
invoking
didn't. I was
in
like, what
this
does that
moment.
mean?
Episode 2, please.
Episode 2? Did I just do it? Wait, which one was episode 2 then? Dracula.
I think it's Lancelot. Yes, Dracula.
It was Dracula because you did the first library, which was Camelot, and it was like,
it was
oh,
your
what was
first
like a
reveal
light
that you were
story?
gonna do something crazy. Yeah.
And then the next one was Dracula. I wonder if I do have this music. I mean, I do have all of the music, but some of them are named so weirdly that I don't know how to quickly get them back from whence they were. Excerpt from the Chronicles of Dark Hearth.
Yes.
Chapter 1.
Been nice knowing you all.
A
I'm definitely
Journey
gonna get
into
murdered.
Shadow. So this one I wanted to be a Dracula story that is set in the Shadow realm of Faerun or whatever it's called. My throat is so sore already.
I'm so sorry. I'm already feeling guilty, but it's also hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
signed up for this.
I know.
I should have just come up with something for the Blessings of Navarre and be like, oh, you get +1 to wisdom.
No, instead you trusted me.
Yep.
And I
Just as I trusted Wack
ruined your life.
all those years ago. Betrayed for the second time
The
today.
basis of our friendship was Final Fantasy VII.
The flickering
they
lights. Sorry.
Sorry.
You asked for this.
I did. I didn't know you were starting right now. Sorry. That was highly effective. I'm just going to sit like a child and listen now.
This music playing, I went full
Yeah.
lineup.
I was like,
Dracula. The flickering lights of the Duskward lanterns cast an amber glow across the cobblestone streets of Greyport. the last bastion of civilization before the treacherous borders of the Shadow fell. It was here that I, Lucien Valor, found myself at the start of my ill-fated journey. The year was 517 in the Age of Crowns, and I had been summoned by a noble lord whose name struck fear and awe throughout the northern kingdoms, Count Vlad Tepes, a reclusive aristocrat who ruled from his ancient fortress deep in the Forsaken Lands. My purpose was simple: deliverance of a rare artifact, a relic said to hold powers forgotten by time itself. Yet, as I prepared to depart, a strange unease settled in the pit of my stomach. The winds that howled through the port city's alleys seemed to carry whispers and smells of piss, murmurs of things best left unspoken. Beware the Count's lands, an old elven scholar had warned me days before. Not all who enter his domain return unchanged, if they return at all. The caravan I had secured was modest, but its driver,
Should we level up while you're doing this?
a stout, battle-hardened dwarf named Gorim, was no stranger, yes, to perilous roads, by the way, yes.
He's right. That's actually a really good
It's
idea.
going to take forever, because I'm probably going to have to read another one immediately after this.
So
Was no
level
stranger
12
to
now,
the
level
perilous roads. 'Tis a
Level
fool's
12?
errand, he grumbled as we prepared to set off, but the coin is good, and that's all that matters. As our wagon trundled through the massive iron gates of Greyport, leaving behind the safety of its walls, the world around us darkened. The sky above shifted into an unnatural hue, a twilight realm of swirling purples and deep blood-red streaks. Jagged mountains loomed in the
We
distance.
can multi-class, right?
Yep, their peaks veiled in storm clouds, and the twisted ancient trees lining the path seemed to whisper in a forgotten tongue. The air itself felt thicker, as though the land beyond had been cursed by some long-forgotten magic. There was a presence here, lurking just beyond the shadows, watching our every move, and though I could not see it yet, I felt it, waiting, hungry. Ahead of us lay the road to Castle Tepes, a road none should walk lightly. In the distance, the silhouette of the ancient fortress appeared through the haze like a great maw ready to devour the unwary. This was no place for the living, yet fate, it seemed, had decided that I must go on, unwilling and unprepared, into the dark heart of the Shadowfell. And that guy, you met him. You remember when you met him? He was a wandering
And he was
ghost.
like, please save me.
Please help me.
Please help me. Where's that from?
Everything.
Yeah.
My
I meant
childhood.
Very. Okay.
Got him.
You did.
Okay, what do you do next? Is this the beginning?
If I could do it.
What's the time? We
Did
got
we,
an
did
hour.
we also get another cursed cleric item?
No. You got 4. You got 2 each.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 2 on each side. You got 2 cleric items, 4 loot box rolls. Oh no, you get a magic item. We didn't do magic item.
Okay.
Right.
You just got loot box rolls, which some of them are magic. Okay, so you get as well a chime of opening. Oh, I can-
Wacksteven, should I take a feat or an ability score improvement?
and a folding boat, which you won't need.
That depends. If you have low stats, I would suggest you take a ability score improvement. Otherwise, take a feat.
I have 20 for my wisdom,
Then
And-
I would suggest you take a feat.
15 for my constitution, but
I
I'm checking
believe
now.
if I'm aware of the curse that I have, I would probably suggest that I take the floating boat.
I don't think we are aware of our curses, though, are we?
I don't see why you would
Yeah.
be. I don't know if
Yeah.
if that is a. I don't know what the
We ha-
rules are for when you become cursed in stuff, but I assume not.
I think from my perspective, if I don't know what curse it is, some sort of chime seems rather uninteresting to me anyway. I would probably take something that looks like it is, some sort of device that looks like it has some sort of intricate components. chime seems rather uninteresting to me. And I do not know what the chime of opening does. I would assume it is some sort of knock spell. So I will probably try to take the whatever this briefcase sort of thing is. Have a look at that.
From behind you, as you are like handing these items back and forth, you hear Brock Napper say, "Is this gonna be enough for yous? Like I said, we ain't even want to do this anyway. It was all his idea." Points at the knocked out bandit captain on the ground.
I'll take it that you weren't forced to do this.
Well,
You know,
we was told to do it. It was his idea. We just didn't want to do it.
But whether or not you follow orders is still up to you, sir.
Yeah, there's always a choice.
Well, them's took all the money and given it to Leonardell, ain't they, to fix up their city instead of pay us and our kin. So what is we supposed to do? There ain't nothing to fight. It's all we can do.
Who's they's?
Daisies, he points towards Rosegarde. He's referencing the fact that, and you would just know this, that after the 100-year war, Rosegarde chose to pay off their debt to Leonardell rather than like take care of their veterans, basically. Leonardell is the kingdom to the north.
Uh-oh.
I cross my arms across my chest and I say, this is a good amount of supplies, but we have a problem, you see. First and foremost, banditry along these roads causes a problem for other people. So you might be looking out for yourselves and trying to keep yourselves fed, but you're taking away from other people in the process. So as much as you all hate Rosegarde for causing you problems, you're causing problems for other people. See where the problem is here?
Yes. Give me an insight check.
I don't think I need one, but okay.
He gives 0 shits.
DC is 5.
22.
He did not understand a word. It was far too complex of a way to put it for this guy.
You have stuff you taken from other people. They in the same boat that you are. If you take something from other people, you're doing the same thing that you say Rosegarde is doing to you.
Yeah, and you're not even doing it to the people who actually did it to you. You're just hurting more people like you.
Right. You see the problem yet?
Yeah. Daisy's right, boys. Wheeze is no better. Couple of the others are
You got
grumbling
two choices
behind
as
you.
far as I can see it. First choice. You head on back to the Temple of Nivara. You start working for the temple. They'll set you up with some work. We need plenty of helpers there.
They
Option
take
2.
real good care of you, too.
Option 2. I could finish all this up real quick. And then you don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Give me either a persuasion or an intimidation check.
It's gotta be holy intimidation, Batman.
That's a 23.
He says, well, I think that's easy. We're just gonna leave him here, though. Me and the rest of the boys, we're gonna go to... What did you say?
The Temple of Nivara.
Navi Rombadazzle.
Nivara. Temple of
You
Nivara.
just look for this symbol, and I put up our shield.
Right. Got it. Nivara. Okay, you hear that, boys? Where's his clerics now?
Not yet. You gotta So you gotta pay your dues.
We ain't got
And I
nothing
don't
to
mean
pay.
money. I mean work.
All right.
Now get gone.
Okay.
I'll take care of this one here. Don't you worry.
Come on, boys. We're just going to the cleric's house. A few of them kind of look at each other and look back to Brock Napper. They don't really move immediately, and he turns around to them. The sides of his head even have muscles on them, and they tense. He gives them like a bit of a glare. I said, come on, boys, where you going? I'm in charge now. He's dead. He's not dead. He is dead.
Do they have a headphone dent?
He's got a headphone dent.
Well.
Yeah. The top of his head is like perfectly flat. Like you could put a plane on it and it would just, the bubble would be dead in the middle. And the rest of the bandits, I think there was like 4 or 5 of them still alive, just fall in behind him, and they start walking along. I don't know about this, you know. Oh, shut up, Clive. This is what we do. We just follow whoever's the strongest. And then they head out.
Now, this fella here, I think what I'm going to do is make a little example. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the fallen tree that they knocked down, and I'd like to take some time to set up a post for this bandit. And I would like to hang this bandit up by his underpants, and singularly his underpants. Yes?
If I could just, how much would it be for you to play this character in a long form campaign so I can just watch? Like, how much would that be?
It'd have
Sorry,
to be
please
a
continue.
lot.
Would it?
Mac's in like 6 shows. He's running.
You understand that I'm going to be running 3 shows next week, yeah?
Tune in. Tune in for how exhausted Wack is going to be.
Quick, play the trailer now.
I haven't got it loaded up. It would take me a moment. I'll do it on the lunch break.
So yeah, I'm gonna set up this here tree as best I can to prop this fella up and hang him up by his breeches, taking all the other clothes off, hanging him up by the underpants, and then if you could be so kind for me, Orin.
Oh, yeah.
That tattoo that you found, would you be so kind as to write something on our friend here?
Sure. What would you like me to write?
Right along the chest. Banditry will not be tolerated.
How do you spell tolerated?
Is
it Tallerated?
Tolerated. T-O-L-E-R. Oh, tolerate.
Because it'd be really funny if we did tolerate and then did dead. D-E-D, dead. Right?
Sure.
That's
Whatever
a pun.
strikes your fancy.
Okay.
I do exactly that.
Okay. Yeah.
So straight,
I
he's hung
underlined
by
dead.
breeches.
Yeah.
Hung by breeches on this tree, you know, and just sort of hung there with this written on the chest, all beaten up. The face is all beaten up. Just make sure he don't
Are you
die.
gonna... Oh. So you are leaving him alive.
Oh, certainly. Imagine this fella trying to get down. That's funny enough. I think he'll get the picture of something.
I wasn't
might
doing it to be
consider.
funny.
Oh, I'm doing it as a combination of both.
Oh, okay.
This fella's caused quite a bit of trouble. Perhaps he'll think about changing his ways after this.
Okay. But is it funny if you can't see the result?
See the result? We know
Yeah,
the
you
result.
won't be able to watch him like wake up and try to get down or anything. So you just have to imagine it.
I think that's enough for me for right now.
Okay. Maybe I'll dream about it later.
I think you might misunderstand some of my predilections.
That's why I'm asking.
I prefer not to be cruel, but I do enjoy a good fight.
Okay.
Unless the cruelty is called for.
So, just to be clear, would you consider this to be cruel?
Oh no, this is hilarious. Cruel
Okay.
would be breaking every bone in his body and then expecting him to crawl back to town. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
about it,
Oh,
but I decided against it.
because this to me seems cruel. A little. You're stringing him up and he's going to have to get down in his pants and everything. I feel like it might just be
And
kind
he's
of...
going to have to potentially flag somebody down on the road that he
Yeah,
has
without his-
been vandalizing.
Vandalizing. I should have written that on his chest. I'm a vandalizer.
For now, I think this will do just fine.
Okay.
He's hanging there by his underwear, completely unconscious. This is a bad guy, by the way. He's awful.
Oh,
That makes you feel better.
100%. But I'm a greenhorn. Like,
Okay, if you say so.
Come on.
mhm. Sort of.
Okay. Sure,
Make sure all his weapons and clothes are taken, by the way. We're taking those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You don't want him to be able to defend
Absolutely
himself in
looting
case.
him.
And I
Okay.
think, let's
Well,
see.
what
when the
about the
wolves
rest of the
come.
stuff? Don't we want to send it back maybe for the people that they stole it from? Like that merchant. Oh, fuck. I forgot his name. Because I would
For
remember
now.
it because it was 5 minutes ago, not
For now,
a week ago.
we have
Mhm.
ourselves another task. I think
Okay.
backtracking is a bad idea. We'll bring it with
Okay.
us for now, and if we run into...
Maybe we could bury it. It's just going to slow us down, right?
Well, it depends on how much. For now, I think I should be fine to carry. Do y'all need help?
Me? No. I'm good.
Alright.
I just
get
meant for the
going.
rest of the stuff they stole.
All
The
right.
rest of the stuff that they stole is the stuff that we got, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Sure. I'll carry it. No problem.
You guys are just carrying it back to town. If you need to use it, you can use it.
Okay.
And you
I
are
suggest we continue on our path.
you're leaving him there.
Yeah.
Flash forward to him just being eaten alive by wolves tonight. You know. No, he probably won't be. Maybe he will. I don't know. Hang on.
We'll find out later tonight when I dream about it.
Not looking good. You continue along the sort of winding roads of the Serpents Run for some time, several hours in fact, pass the majority of the day, as you climb back upon your steeds. One strong-looking, basic horse. I don't know anything about horses, and they scare me to learn. But a basic horse, not a war horse. Not a draft horse, but a basic riding horse. Hercules. And Biscuit, the golden pony who is dumb. That's what I wrote down. As
Yep.
well as Hercules, who is mean looking
Real
with a
dumb.
brown coat, white socks, long hair, and a long tail. And the two of you, continue the journey trotting along on these horses, stopping every now and then to just survey the land and prepare for any incoming creatures or more bandits, stopping every now and then to allow the horses to break and maybe eat and drink before continuing on your way. And again, you sort of progress along this winding road. This road is called the Serpents Run because it winds through lots of rugged hills and it's very overgrown. Slowly but surely you make it to the area known as the Selam Woods. If you want to know a fact about the Selam Woods?
Yes, please.
I'm
As long as it's a
sure.
monologue.
It's not.
Well, that's
Is it?
unfortunate.
Or is it? Selam was a character who exists in the world of Mistlight, which is the world of the Mind Harvest, which is the first D&D campaign I ever ran in my entire life. And he was the tavern owner in the first ever campaign I ever ran. His name was Selam, and these woods are just named after him. I guess that's why I did it way back in 2018, probably 17 when I wrote this. You have been traveling along the Serpents Run, which is the sort of left-hand northern road that travels along this open set of plains, the Greenfield Plains, and into this smaller stretch of woods. Now, the Selam Woods are famously known for being particularly mystical, and very odd things will happen in these woods. There is a path that moves through it, and every now and then you might lose the path. And generally speaking, the Selam Woods are... people tell many different and varying tales of things that happen when one enters the Selam Woods. Dense and ancient, filled with strange and varying types of towering trees, various places where it gets a little darker. There is some interesting glowing fungi. And as your horses take you along the path and into the woods, the landscape flattens out from the hills of the Serpents Run, but the encroaching forest grows around you. A stillness somewhat to the woods. Is there anything that you guys would do approaching woods like this with tales that you'd heard about it and things? Because I think they would be relatively well-known tales to your characters, so I think it's fair that you would know about these woods.
And does the canopy block out the view of the stars from here?
It will do in places, yeah. It's a set of woods that, like, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and then suddenly you're in a sun-dappled glade, and then it thickens up again, and you get lost in the gloom. It shifts and changes a lot.
Okay. And once we enter in, can I find like a little clearing where you can still see the sky?
Absolutely, yeah. You sort of eventually come to an area that's a sort of sun-dappled glade, as I sort of mentioned. There's like still plenty of trees around, huge, ancient, impossibly wide trunks, bark gnarled and aged, and yeah, it's a beautiful area in this woods.
Okay.
Some gloom to the edges, but you've got an area where you can see up and the sun's coming down. It'd probably be mid-afternoon.
Okay. Then, and I'm carrying some stuff, but not a bunch of it. I feel like Beau's probably carrying more than I am, maybe even my dumb horse. But at this point, I am like walking, and I've got Biscuit behind me, and I walk to where the trees part, and the sky yawns open, and I look up, and I sink to my knees in the cool grass, and I take a second to like feel the solid earth beneath me and the grass, and then I look up the heavens, and then I close my eyes and pray and invoke a blessing of Nivara.
Which one?
You got him with that one.
Got me so good. I was like trying to set up all this stuff for the upcoming things. You know when you're GMing and you're like, oh, thank God they're talking
you
for
can
like,
hear it. You're
it's
like,
the
yep.
first time they're talking for a while, and I can actually sit
Yep.
and fix all of this stuff they ruined at the beginning, and now I have to ruin it again. Okay, which one?
I'm still trying to find the one that struck me the first time. Maybe it's Lionel's.
Lionel's.
What episode is that one?
Yeah, Lionel has just the Chronicle of Lionel Lossover. It was when you did the Labyrinthian Library.
Yeah, let's try that one.
Yeah? Okay. Let's see. What was
He's
this
gonna
song? I
kill me.
think this one was from the library episode. Maybe. Or... yeah, this'll do. Why do I care? The Chronicle of Lionel Orsover. Trying so hard, you know. Just, I'm so...
Title of the episode.
yeah.
Trying so hard.
Trying so hard.
Why do I care?
Chapter 1, page 1. The air in the library was still.
Title of my Final Fantasy VII remake playthrough.
The air in the library was still. Dust hung in the pale shafts of the setting sun filtering through the tall, arched windows. Warm, ghostly patterns on rows of endless tomes. Lionel Orsova's sharp blue eyes scanned the spines, ancient as bones, many of their secrets locked in languages long lost. This place, this prison of knowledge, reeked of the same unyielding fate that had haunted him for centuries. His fingers, once calloused from the grip of steel, now traced the leather bindings, leaving no mark. Titles blurred past his vision, yet some stood out like old scars. He paused, blinking at a thick red volume embossed with a faded gold script. A history of the Hungarian Guard. His lips curled into a mirthless, flat smile. The pages would tell tales of glory, of men in noble service. They wouldn't speak of the dungeons beneath Visegrad Castle or the years he spent shackled in darkness, bones brittle, spirit tested. His fingers twitched, remembering the weight of those iron cuffs. Further down the aisle, another book caught his eye, the Vestlandet Chronicles. Lionel's hand hesitated. The name burned like an old wound. Constance. Her pale, sharp features still haunted him. An angel of mercy, or perhaps damnation. Lionel never truly worked it out. I've been looking for a place. Lionel never truly worked it out. She had freed him from a cage of stone, only to lock him in a new one, forged of blood and eternal servitude. The warrior she created, the strategist she molded, all for her family's endless wars. He moved on, the ache growing deeper, the smell of piss growing stronger, the books a labyrinth of memories. His eyes settled on a smaller, unassuming tome bound in black velvet. No title, only a symbol he knew well, a silver crescent, the mark of an unknown god, the entity that had appointed him here, an entity that had seen every sin he'd committed, every battle fought, every drop of blood spilled. This library was a sentence, he realized, not just a task, another endless life of management, watching over forgotten knowledge for a god that never speaks. His reflection flickered in the glass of a nearby display case.
What?
Same unyielding eyes, same unchanging face, but beneath the polished surface, the beast paced, restless. How many centuries had he spent yearning to break free, to let loose the warrior, to see what kind of apex predator he might become, unchained and unrelenting? How many lifetimes would he spend craving freedom, only to find another lock on the door? The library stretched on, an endless corridor of memory and regret. Lionel walked deeper, silent, a guardian moving through his own past, every step heavier than the last. The Tale of Lionel Orsova. That one was a fun one for me to write because I just got to write about one of my own characters.
Yeah,
but in that,
yeah, it's easy.
you know, like when you're making your character backstory and it's like so insanely in depth when you give a shit, you know. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, hey, he's a guy, he's got 3 legs, but like one of these, I was like, oh, I can just really dig into like a guy I know
his
really
psyche
well
and stuff. Yeah. And you remember him, so it's easy to do. Yeah.
It's fun.
It's good shit.
All right. Well, back in the forest, you
I do my little prayer and then I'm fine.
okay.
I don't do anything else. I'm sorry.
It does look like it might be night soon, or is it still midday, or what are we dealing with here?
You're looking at mid-afternoon, so it's maybe like 4 or 5 p.m., but it's summer, so probably won't get dark for a while.
Fair enough. I'll dig into my hunk of cheese.
Yep. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sort of watching on with the preparations and whatnot. I'm just chomping on a large hunk of cheese. Is it like a full wheel, or are we talking like a wedge of cheese?
It's a hunk of cheese. I have no idea what that means.
It's
A hunk.
statue of Chris Evans.
It's a perfect, it's a crafted Chris Evans looking piece of cheese.
All right. I wouldn't have expected Chris Evans to be your favorite hunk.
Oh, he isn't.
He's mine.
Yes,
Fair
Brad.
enough. Fair enough. Joe Manganiello cheese.
He's up there too.
Yeah, fair enough. I've probably eaten one of the arms by now.
It's a big arm. I've
Yeah.
studied those arms. Winter Soldier or whatever, when he's on the helicopter thing, changed
Yeah.
my DNA. God damn, Jesus Christ. Okay, the the trees around you as you eat this cheese and give your prayer, like I said, they seem ancient and they're very wide trunked trees. They've got like very ancient looking bark that maybe catches your eye for a second. For a moment in this still glade, there is a sort of a peace and a stillness. Nothing moves save for the swaying of the leaves, maybe a whisper of breeze. Then from one of the largest oaks, something catches your eye. There's a shimmering ripple as if the bark is alive. It takes a heartbeat to realize the tree is not shifting, but something is emerging from it. At first, it looks like a trick of the light. The subtle patterns in the bark twisting into a face and then a figure. Then, with fluid motion, the eyes peel away from the tree's surface. Her form is lithe and elegant, her skin like polished wood. Lines of living grain run down this form as it peels and twists into a manifestation. There's moss and flowers that bloom along her shoulders, her hair kind of a cascade of vines that sway as if stirred by an unseen breeze, and her eyes deep green and glimmering with this kind of otherworldly light look at you. Before you can fully sort of register her presence, she sort of vanishes in a blur of motion and sweeps into another tree. You see her again, stepping from a birch across the glade, her movement seamless again as she is both part of the forest and separate from it. Her voice, soft and resonant, echoes through the air, speaking while constantly moving from parts of the trees. Kind of, PB. It was sort of.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but wow.
You hear this voice then speak to the both of you as this creature is moving from the trees. It doesn't feel like she's approaching you in necessarily a threatening way, but she is moving and flitting around very quickly, and it might be unsettling. She says,
"Travelers, you wander far into these woods. Why do you tread on sacred ground?"
Again, flitting and moving back and forth.
We are simply taking the path of least resistance to get to where we need to go. Apologies if that means we have upset you in some way.
What do you seek?
Path through.
Fallen star. Oh, sorry.
It was you that scarred the sky.
No, but we are investigating it.
Why was the sky scarred?
We do not know. We need to look.
Your intentions in these wilds, are they pure?
That depends on your definition of pure, I suppose. We are simply travelers walking through the woods.
By
We know
your
no
definition
harm.
of pure.
Oh, absolutely. I love your grass, by the way.
A sort of strange look given to you, alien.
It is
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it's a very nice grass.
The dryad moves from tree to tree, watching you for a moment, before slowly sort of stepping backwards into one of the trees and says,
I have no power over it, but beware. This forest is filled with nature.
and she vanishes into a tree.
Yeah, that's what's amazing about it. I spent my whole life without grass. This is excellent.
A whole life?
Yeah.
Is this your first time seeing it?
In person, this grass specifically, yes.
Well, this grass,
Hmm?
but first time ever for any grass.
Well, is there grass inside in the city? In anywhere? Do what I know?
For sure. There's
oh yeah.
there's like an enormous temple
Yeah.
which has a huge kind of like, I mean, it's a park, but it's a big one. It would have natural grass and stuff. There is, and lawns and stuff. There's like that big whole noble area.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, unkept nature like this, certainly not.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen the grass around the palace and the Lathander Temple and the Rosegarde Temple and by the Novus Theater and by the
Take your
the
shoes off.
Okay. And I immediately bend down and start taking my shoes off. And I
Need
step on the
to-
grass.
You need to walk on the grass.
Wiggle my toes and walk on the grass. Wow.
What'd you think?
I love it.
Not
Much
quite
better
as
than
sturdy
rock.
as stone.
No, but it's like... It's gentle.
One thing you need to remember about grass. It can burn too.
Okay.
You need to be careful around it.
Yeah. Don't want to set the forest on fire. Okay. I'll remember.
Come on. That's enough of a break. We need to keep
Okay.
moving.
I just pick up my boots and I sling them over my shoulder and I keep walking barefoot in the grass.
Yeah, you guys walk barefoot in the grass. I mean, you have a pony and a horse. So
I am
imagine
not, just to be clear.
Yeah, okay,
I simply
she is.
suggested it to
You're,
the newbie.
yeah. I guess you've got your horses behind you as you walk. And you've just
Yeah.
holding their reins, bringing them along.
Stretching our legs.
Yeah. Yeah, you begin to move through this forest. Again, it sort of shifts at times, becoming deep and confusing with the trail, the natural trail, sort of being reduced to very little, almost nothing. You wonder how some carts and wagons that might be traders actually even make it through some of the parts of this forest, as it becomes difficult to maneuver through.
Will you
even
stop
on
looking at
foot.
me?
I don't know if he's talking to that fish or not.
I don't know if he's talking to the fish or me.
I'm talking to that thing over there.
What is it?
Some kind of imp.
Oh.
There is an imp following him. That's right.
Can I see this imp?
No, only he can see it. Little
Can
red
I
imp.
use... Hold on, I might have a spell to try to see this imp. I know I probably won't be able to, but
It's a curse,
I'm
right?
curious. Curious. Oh, jeez, this is too much. Forget it. Okay, I'm gonna have to search through all these spells, and it's just not gonna work. But instead, I'll believe you. An imp? Following you?
Can't you see it?
I can't. But that doesn't mean that it's not there. Maybe.
Of course it's there. You think I'm crazy?
No, I'm. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Good,
believe
'cause
you're
I ain't.
crazy. I know that. You wouldn't be working for the Temple of Navarre if you were crazy.
That's right.
Right. So why is it following you?
I don't know.
Does it talk to you?
No.
Tell you anything ever?
No, it's just creepy and follows me around. Tried chasing it before, but just
too
runs
fast.
away. It's too fast.
Maybe you could trick it sometime.
I've tried. Said trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, You know how like hunters will sort of prop something up, like a heavy
yeah.
rock
Oh yeah,
with a
we
stick?
do that all the time.
And some sort of food. I tried all sorts of food. I tried cheese. I tried rabbit. I tried berries. I tried everything.
Well, have you tried yourself?
No.
Because I feel like it seems to be interested in you, so maybe we should fashion a trap where you're the bait.
Well, I've gone to sleep before and it didn't eat me, so I assume it's not interested in that.
And it doesn't sit on your chest or anything and wake you up from nightmares?
Navara, I hope not.
Okay. Okay, just checking. I can look into it. Actually, I have a question, because I spent my life reading. Could I roll to see if I know what this creature might be?
Yeah, nature. Or
Arcane? What is a demon? What would that fall under? Not magic.
So,
I guess
just as a heads up, we've gotten some more Fates tips. However, it's gone to the light bar, and it's obviously an issue. So,
we just add it to the dark
assume,
bar.
yeah. So we're 44 over on the light bar. Bring that over to the dark bar. I would assume that we would be past the loot box. Yeah.
okay. Let's see what you find stumbling over some random items in the forest here. Just picking them up from the ground, maybe a little dirt and foliage over them. The first being just straight up number 1, a potion of healing.
Nice.
Drink it if you want. I know I would drink random drinks I found in the forest.
Yeah, you better label that one and keep it separate from everything else.
It looks fine.
I'm sure it does.
And the next item you find is
Sure, it looks like the best healing potion we've ever seen.
a Shadowfell shard. I know what that is.
What?
This is actually incredibly appropriate. You know what? This is very appropriate. Let me just...
Uh-oh.
As you are walking through this forest, discussing things and sort of trying to figure out what this creature could be, and you're trying to think to yourself, an imp? I know what imps are. Your foot hits this crystal on the ground. As you look down, you see a cold crystal, dark and smoking. As you reach down to pick it up, you hear a growling from the forest beside you. Dark.
Immediately, I reach for my weapon and shield.
Yeah?
Aye.
All right.
Oh?
It's a good time. It's a good time to be doing that. Suddenly, bounding from
Could you
within...
imagine if we got lunch break right now?
It's probably going to happen.
I'm sorry.
Bounding from the darkness, these dogs, one particularly large, well over 2 feet in height, with 3 more kind of walking around, a pack of mastiffs. You see them moving out of the darkness. There's a strange sensation to witnessing them, almost as if they shift from invisibility, almost as if they blended in perfectly within the shadows and step out into some of the light that's peeking down. They seem to be kind of avoiding patches of the light, but they begin to move around you as if they're going to attack. These are shadow mastiffs, also known as shadow hounds. Huge, dark...
Shaftiffs.
That's correct.
Oh.
These dogs seem to react to you approaching the Shadowfell shard. Let me bring you over to the battle map, and we can bring your characters in.
If only we had a lunch break to strategize.
That would be really useful right now, wouldn't it? Why can I
Who
see
needs strategy?
everything
I
on
have
every other
Beau,
page?
who's a bloodthirsty cleric.
I can't headbutt everything.
Sure you can. And I cast
I
enlarge
can.
person. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
can't.
I had to
They
restart the
have
whole
called
thing.
me Beau
Lunch
the
break would've
six
been
head
really
before.
useful. Downloading world data, please wait. You ever had to restart? Refresh halfway through a show? What are you doing that time? Make them talk?
You head right, I'll head left.
Here you go.
Okay. And no fire. Don't forget.
Orin right. Beau left. Yeah, place yourselves where you want. And let me bring you in.
Wait, did you say left or right?
I told you right.
Roll me some initiatives, please. So there's a Shadow Mastiff Alpha, and there are 3 Shadow Mastiffs as they are approaching you. The largest one kind of moving cautiously
I didn't
forward.
notice that one was the alpha. Maybe I should go right and you go left.
Okay.
We'll just say that
Yeah.
they did this just for the sake of Beau would most certainly have said the right thing. I trust him. Unlike Wacksteven.
Yeah.
Cannot be trusted.
Fucker.
The first one of these creatures to move is
He thinks he's playing Dragon Age Veilguard when he's really playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That piece of shit.
this guy. Is this Shadow Mastiff. So what can they do? I did look at them, but it was 2 weeks ago and I was very tired. In dim light or darkness, the Shadow Mastiff can use a bonus action to become invisible. Well, that's cool. That's exactly where you are. This is all very gloomy, by the way. So this guy, he can very easily get over to you. One of them moves through the forest here and appears next to you, Beau, and he is going to attempt to bite you with his big dog jaws. Let's see. Wow.
Bad decision.
A miss.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
Over SpaghettiOs. Alright, next is this guy, the one directly in front of you, Orin, rushes forward, jaws opening up, starts trying to bite at you. I can't do an effective
That
dog
won't
noise,
be
but
tolerated.
I still have them prepared from the candle episode. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Why can't I target you? There we go. Another bite.
My mastiffs.
Sounds of sweet candle. Wow, a miss as well from this one. Jaws coming down towards you as you sort of stumble backwards. This creature, kind of hard to focus on at first as it moves out from the gloom and darkness, blending seamlessly in with the gloom, the shade, and the shadow, before suddenly appearing next to you, huge slathering jaws clamping down, but missing you as you just about dodge out of the way from this one, bringing us around to Beau's turn.
I will. Okay, I will cast. Now, I don't want a meta, so I'm not going to do that. I will, however.
I mean, you are in a level 12. Maybe you
That's
should.
correct.
You do know some things, maybe. I don't know what you mean by meta. If it's the creature type, you might.
It is. Would you say that? No, I think that'll still take an action. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and. Yeah, let's do some damage. I don't want to attack their weak points. I want to make this last a little bit.
Tantric murder.
I will cast Spiritual Weapon. And I'll place it right here.
Is this a thing we can do? Oh, you just did it? That's cool.
For Spiritual Weapon, I create a floating spectral weapon. In this case, it will be my Warhammer. Because that is what I imagine for my weapon. However, I am using a moon sickle now, personally. That will be when I cast a spell, I can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon, which will be the one that is back here. Can I see this one? The alpha?
Yep. You can see all 4 of them. They're just they have to use a bonus action to go invisible.
I will target that creature. And that is a hit with a 13. And they will take force damage. This. 8 force damage.
Okay,
and
8 force damage. Applied.
Let's see. And that is a bonus action. Yes. Bonus action. So a bonus action to cast. And then, as my action, I'm going to slice the fuck out of the one that's currently attacking me with my moon sickle.
Okay.
Did I not add it? I did not. Oh no, it's the wrong hotkey bar. That's why. There we go. Your controlled character Candle does not have a moon sickle. Uh-oh.
How the hell did this work last week then?
Well, I was able to click it from my inventory, but not from my hotkey bar, unfortunately.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah, I ran into the same issue.
That's a crit.
Yes, it is.
For 8 damage. Unfortunately, I rolled rather low.
8 damage. Okay. What did you roll? 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 3, and it's +4. And that is, I believe that's slashing damage. This is a silver-bladed sickle as well. Yep, that's it.
This is silver bladed. Is it magical?
It is magical, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it worked. It deals the full damage. Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, the alpha lets out a terrifying howl. Let's see. This is going to do some mad stuff. I wonder if I can target both of you. Can I do that? How do you do?
Yes, you can hold shift and then T.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I wonder if this will do this.
It will.
So this is a wisdom saving throw. I click DC 11 wisdom saving throw in the thing here to make you both roll. Or you both do it.
No, we click on it. We click on wisdom saving throws, respectively.
Okay.
Select your character first. 12. You as well, Orin.
Okay. See if I have any bonuses to this. Is this for fear?
Yeah, to be frightened, to become frightened.
Okay.
This horrendous, huge alpha mastiff lets out an enormous, terrifying howl, which I won't attempt to do. And ruin everyone's ears. Close your eyes and imagine it.
I don't think what is the gnomish magic resistance for? That's not for charm, and that's just elves, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've never played a deep gnome before.
I cannot remember off the top of my head.
I'm just gonna really quickly.
It'd be under your features.
It's mental saving throws against spells. But I don't know what that means.
Okay, it says gnomes have resistance to charm in 5e, but I don't see it anywhere. Gnomes have advantage on saving throws against magic, including charm. It's known as gnome cunning. Is that 5e though? Does anyone know in chat? Hold on, I'm looking it up. Can't rely on the internet.
Gnome cunning versus gnomish magic resistance is the first Reddit thing that came up.
It says you have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. Your call, Brad.
I don't think this is magic, is it?
I don't think that. I was just gonna say, like, that feels like if somebody's using a magical spell on me, not just the charm, right? Okay.
Well, this is a terrifying howl. This is frightening.
So it is like a magical move they're making?
No,
Doesn't
this
matter.
is just a
I'm doing wisdom saving.
Howl.
It's just it's an ability. A howl that he does.
22.
22
Sorry
anyway.
I took so long and I got a 22.
That's
I'm
all good.
just curious.
None of us know how to play D&D.
Yeah.
It
Thanks for
is.
watching.
It is. It is past my bedtime, apparently. It is. 2 successes. You. There is this like insane howl that is let out, but it doesn't affect you. It's just awful to hear. The creature will move forward a little bit. I don't know if it's out of the threat range of this. Actually, it doesn't get reactions, does it? Because it's not alive. There you go. Thank you. So that brings us to Orin's turn.
Okay. I am going to, this guy that's right in front of me, he's like right in front of me. I can touch him, right?
The massive in front of you, yes.
Yeah, okay. I extend my hand and the air kind of twists and ripples around it, almost like what we saw before with the solar flare about to, it folds inwards, and I graze the surface of this mastiff's fur. Oh, how far away is the shard?
It's under one of yours' feet, whichever one you want it to be.
Is it under mine?
Whichever one of you kicked this thing and recognized it first. Entirely up to you. We can roll a dice.
Let's roll a 1d2. I'll be 2.
Okay, roll it.
Okay. It's near you. Okay.
1d2. You said one was...
I said I was 2, so it's near him.
Okay, it's underneath, Beau's foot.
Yeah. Okay. So then I reach out and I touch the fur of this mastiff. It's really quick, but I use it with my casting hand, and the fur turns gray and brittle, and like it's gonna, break. Like all of a sudden.
Time.
Speaking of break.
Sorry, I didn't realize we had. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. We're still not there yet. We're not there yet. 54. No, we need $21 more for our lunch break.
She's already gone.
Great.
She's not. She might not ever come back.
Yeah, she's just fucked off.
All right. Well, we don't know what she was gonna do.
Someone, please.
She was
I
doing
need $21.
inflict wounds or something.
I have no
Maybe.
fucking idea.
I know that one thing she's gonna do is transmit her darkness curse onto this creature and make it stronger.
Fuck if I know. If only we could get a $21 tip so it was actually our lunch break.
Blake.
Lunch
Blake. It's not a lunch break. It's not lunch. It's not lunch break. It's not. It's not lunch break.
What?
It wasn't. It was. He lied to you again.
I'm sorry.
God damn it.
He's become.
I went and
sorry.
got food.
He's become a
Okay,
chronic
it's okay.
liar. He can't stop.
Can I at least finish this?
No.
We did it!
All right. Now it's lunch break.
Now it's a lunch break.
Now it's a lunch
you.
Blake.
We got 2 lunch breaks.
A grand total of about 20 minutes of D&D played.
Yep. I have to go get my lunch. I'll be right back.
I don't know what you were gonna do, PB, but you have transmitted your disease onto this dog and made it
Oh, I know.
made it harder to made it stronger. Made it stronger.
Yep.
What have you been watching on TV lately?
Nothing. X-Files. I've been reading a really good book, though. Hold on.
Oh yeah, the
I've
one you
been
sent
reading
me.
a really good book, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like last night. I just want you to get to the chapter that I just read last night. Holy shit, dude. Fucking great. Want to see the craziest thing? So Sav sent me a bunch of like German snacks. This is a German snack. What does this look like to you?
A little card.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's like
It's even weirder with the filter.
Yep. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, no, it's not. I assure you, it's just as weird. Hold on. I got you guys.
It's just rice paper. Does it kind of melt a
like
little bit?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And it's like apple flavored.
Yeah.
It's
When I was a
actually
kid, I
really
used
good.
to eat that. I don't know where you get it from. I feel like when I used to go to like parties, like a
Makes me feel like a
10-year-old's
rabbit.
party. What's good about it as well is you get like a little snack, and it just isn't calories.
Yeah.
No calories. Even though I need calories, I'm different.
I was just gonna.
One of the
gonna
reasons
try
I
and
added
make a joke,
lunch
but
break
then
into this.
I had, in a span of the 5 seconds it took you to go, but I need calories. My brain was like, you can't say that because it'll be clipped out of context and they'll think you're fat shaming him or body shaming him.
Fat shame me, it works.
No,
You can't
I
fat
would
shame
never-
me right now. I'm skinny as hell. I'm
No.
emaciated.
I know.
It's the
But
best.
I wouldn't.
I love
I
it.
wouldn't love that you can't be shamed or that you are. Oh wow, what is that?
What is that?
Some crackers and cheese and a little baby
I see
doll.
cheese. Mm-hmm.
Lunch break was such a bad idea because we're just all silent and eating.
It's the only way that you will actually eat, though.
Yeah.
I had cheese, but
Plus-
I don't.
I mean, chat just loves the AMR crunching.
AMR.
What?
You know, ASMR.
Sorry.
Oh.
At least that reveals that Wack doesn't search ASMR stuff in his private time.
No.
There was no Freudian slip there.
I'm so hungry, and I just got to Metro off the work shuttle. Keeper, do they have food in the Metro?
Yeah, you just made it in time for lunch.
Oh.
I have a
Time
peanut
to just
butter
stop
sandwich,
whatever the
by
fuck
way.
you're doing and
I
just
just-
Yeah, what
grab
is it?
something from the Metro.
I made myself a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, it looks yummy.
It's not. Nothing
Oh,
I eat is
okay.
yummy.
You got to understand, when Brad says that, he means literally peanut butter, and that's it.
There's butter in it now. I didn't have butter that week.
Hold on.
I think I
Is
think
this
he
a
means
peanut
exactly-
butter and butter sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried this before, so I'm not gonna give him a hard time.
What else would you put in it?
I mean, I guess it depends on where you're located, but jelly, honey, Nutella.
Honey, I would never put in it.
I've tried it.
According
okay.
to Keanu Reeves,
That would seal my
favorite
mouth
sandwich.
closed forever. Peanut butter's like. Here's the thing, though. You're all gonna attack me again. This is why I don't. Do you know? I've now started saying no to food-based events that people invite me to. I can't eat anything. I'm allergic to all food.
Yep.
Anything that's good or tasty is just an annoyance. So I just eat for. It's just like gassing the car. That's it. It's just put food in body, carry on with my life.
I saw the stream with Meyer and Leah where they were eating snacks and they were like, Brad didn't come because he doesn't love us. And I was like, Brad doesn't want to die by having one.
Can you imagine how boring that would be for me?
me?
They wanted me to just sit there.
And watch them eat it. Well, I mean, that's kind of what we did in chat. That's what I did.
I don't want to do it in real life.
Might as well do it from the comfort of your home.
I was also.
Food you can eat.
It was one of the things that I had to say no to that weekend because everyone was like, do you want to do stuff? And I was like, no, I'm having a 4-day panic attack.
I've got it scheduled in. Nothing can get in the way. Sorry.
I did have it scheduled in, and I was right to.
Right on time.
I had a horrendous from Thursday. It was part of the reason I was so tired last week. From Thursday last week till Monday, I was just sat there, zoned out because I just thought they were going to tell me I was dying.
Yeah, of course.
It's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Probably.
I do have to go and see a cardiac specialist,
You'll be fine.
which makes it sound worse.
Hmm.
But they were like, we're not worried you're going to die. But there might be something wrong with your heart. And I was like, cool, there it goes. The little worm of anxiety crawled into my brain. And he lives there now. I have my own little
you
imp that
named him?
follows me. Cran.
Name Simon.
Liam.
It's Liam.
Liam just dressed up in a little gremlin costume.
My anxiety
Just
worm
giving
is
you-
named Liam. What would he say to that?
Liam.
He would laugh. but not
Liam.
care.
Yeah. I think it's funny.
If Liam had a way to give Brad schizophrenia for a joke, would he do it?
No, Liam's very, he has like a lion heart, you know? Like if you took it out, it would be like pure gold. He's extremely good. I'm the evil one, like by far.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the blonde hero that shows up
Except
and he's
for the
very
racism.
nice. And I'm pure evil. Well, that's based on money. He can't help that. He comes from money. All of this is because he comes from money. He's like very good natured. He's like, you know, like Prince Charming in Shrek. I'm Shrek, and everyone's like, evil, kill it, burn its house down, you know. And then Prince Charming or whatever shows up.
You are wearing green.
That's
But
why.
didn't you just say that you were the evil one?
Secretly, I'm not.
Oh,
Secretly
yeah, no, I know.
and deep
I know.
down.
I've been telling everyone that you're the light side and I'm the dark side.
Secretly and
Which
deep
isn't
down,
true either,
I'm
but-
like, I'm just a nice, humble guy.
I know. I know.
And, you know, but secretly
Feed the
deep
stray
down,
cats.
you're evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
But at
Evil
least
Bradley.
we're not Wack, who is a liar.
Yeah.
A full-blown.
Yep.
Can you imagine how confusing this episode is for
Anyone
people,
else.
Anybody watching it the
anyone
first time?
at all today?
Or watching it the entire time?
It's almost part 2 of my day stream because a good chunk
Yeah.
of my stream today was just being confused that Wack didn't know anything about Final Fantasy VII.
Was there never a point, Whack, where you were like, "Hey, maybe I should let them know that I've actually never played Final Fantasy VII," and this reference you're making about the ruby weapon or whatever it was is going.
No, because I've played it 3 times, all the way
It's
through.
insane to me.
Gotten
Oh, okay.
Knights of the Round.
Oh, okay.
No, I played it.
The thing
Joke
he
is
doesn't
that
know,
I've
I
never
section
didn't.
seen
does-
any.
No, I'm kidding. I would never.
I'll type to you, PB, what he doesn't know. Okay.
Okay.
It's just the way it was presented, Brad. That's
Yeah?
it.
No, you don't know. You don't know. There's no way you know because you didn't make one comment. And when you get there, you're gonna have the best moment. You're gonna have the best. You're gonna have the great. You're gonna be like, oh wow, this is such a cool and new piece of information that you would have thought I would remember from the original game that I played 3 times.
It was like 20 years ago.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
played them. You
The
played it
last
3
time-
times, like
Yeah.
in a row.
Like I think
No,
I could probably
in a few
play
years
Final.
apart.
Yeah, I think I could probably
played it
play
in,
Final
like-
Fantasy 9 and still be surprised by shit in the plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I played it probably in like 98, 2000, and maybe like 2004, probably. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the way you play Metal Gear.
No, because he plays through the whole series
I
every
play
year.
it like every year.
You don't, though. You haven't played it for a
I
hot
haven't-
minute.
That's true.
I haven't
That's
played it in a couple
I
of years.
played it last time though. Yeah.
Yeah, PB did it in my place.
Mm-hmm.
And then my channel was dying, and I decided I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
he couldn't do it. Yeah.
I'm not sacrificing rent.
Instead, he has to play Infinity Nick.
Infinity Nikki. If
Brad
you-
has the natural ability to just discard any and all information that's not Final Fantasy or music lyrics,
Mhm.
and a decent amount of TV and movies, like 50-50.
Yeah. Especially if I watched those movies in my late teens and early 20s. For some reason, I
You
remember
remember them more?
I remember all of them, yeah.
Huh.
But I couldn't tell you. I don't even know the last
Interesting.
movie I watched, but I don't know what happened in it. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I think me and Liam were sort of talking about this. Me and there's a third one of us. Liam, for reference, is a close friend of mine, my best friend from school. And there's a third one called Andrew.
Yeah.
And he and I were the ones that watched movies all the time. Liam cannot retain information from pop culture, and it's fascinating. Back when me and Liam had a YouTube channel, I would quiz him on stuff and just
Oh,
be
yes.
like, what is this? And he wouldn't know, and it would be a Pikachu. Like it's not even like a obscure Pokemon or something. It would be like one of the most famous things. He just has no idea what any of it is. It's incredible. We've been playing Marvel Rivals. He's watched all of the Marvel movies. He doesn't know a single character. Couldn't name one. It's
Not
insane.
one.
Was
His
he in a
brain.
cult growing up?
No, I don't know why his brain can't do this.
No
but
reason
it
why he would
cannot
not know any
retain.
pop culture.
It's just too full of
Brain
money.
is just full of money.
His
Oh,
brain
okay.
cannot retain that kind of information
Makes
for some
like a
reason.
jingling
Huh.
sound when he walks.
Okay.
Whereas
All right.
me and Andrew, our other friend, would constantly be quoting movies back and forth, like endless. Like it
The
was-
entirety of the Matrix.
we would just be speaking the entirety of the Matrix back and forth, or whatever movie. You know, we just watched Congo.
No, only the Matrix.
Now we're just talking in Congo. We just watched The Rock, you know, and now I take pleasure in gutting you, boy. And we just said that back and forth, just all day. Didn't learn anything in school. And I think something about
Autism.
doing that made me learn it properly instead of learning, I don't know, maths or German.
Yeah.
So now, when I need to do basic calculations in D&D, I can't do it, you know? But I can give you a quote from The Rock, which I've seen once when I was 16 or whenever it came out. All right, well,
I loved that story.
thank you. I'm never going to tell one again. What were you doing?
It
I
Orin's
was
turn.
I was attacking this thing. Oh yeah.
Yes, you were
I was
touching it,
inflicting wounds.
giving it
Mhm.
extra boosts
That's
of
right.
power.
And its fur turns gray. Is it already gray? Can it turn
It's kind of
like
black.
grayer?
They're like shadow.
Okay.
They're literally like shadow dogs.
Okay, so then it turns gray and brittle, and everything starts to slowly turn to ash, and it withers away until there's like I guess the void that blooms out on this thing is not what I would think my spell, but it is in fact the curse that I am spreading to this hound dog. But there is a look of it suddenly looking like it's hollow and there's nothing inside, like its vitality has been slowly withered away or erased.
Oh, me after the divorce.
Yeah. I was just thinking of you when I was describing it.
Yeah,
You got it.
it's a great
exactly.
description.
Thank you. I do inflict wounds, please.
Oh, is that what it was
Brad.
called?
That's what it was called. Surprise.
I'll have to
Just
tell her
2d10.
lawyer that. No, I'm kidding. There was no lawyers involved. They never found her.
Emma, could you talk in the chat, please?
Yeah,
Just,
Emma, can you talk in the
just so we
chat?
don't
We're
get
still
in trouble.
friends. None of that happened.
Please.
It was a very amicable breakup.
Oh, God.
All right, how much damage do you do?
Let's find out.
Attack. Oh, you need to attack. An 18.
Yeah, because I touch it.
The AC is 12, so that hits.
21.
21. Damn, yeah. You mess it up. It is not dead, but it is messed up.
Okay.
Much like me in the post-divorce. It writes itself, you know? Okay. Is that the end of your turn? You got a bonus action?
I do, in fact, have a bonus action, and I am definitely gonna not make the same mistake I made last time, and this time I am gonna cast Shield.
That is not a bonus action. That is a reaction. When you
Is it?
get hit,
One bonus action, Shield of Faith.
Oh, Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shield is a different spell.
Sorry.
That's all right. Yep, you cast Shield of Faith. Is that the one that gives you +2 AC, or the one that makes me
That's
make a wisdom
right.
save? Yep, okay. This other Mastiff is coming at you then. And he is going to attempt to bite you and you alone.
I think by doing that, it now just upped my AC, did it?
Yeah, your AC should go up by 2. I have no idea.
I don't see where it is on the thing, so I don't know if it did it or not.
It'll just be on your
Right below your portrait.
character sheet, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've said that to me multiple times, and I still do not see that.
It's the shield
wait, maybe
image
there.
on the
That's
left.
why, because I had the edit tab on.
Oh, yeah. All right,
I'll
here
do
we
it.
go. An 8 is going to miss even without Shield of Faith. Another set of bites. These dogs are kind of just prowling around you at this point. This one goes invisible after it bites and attempts to snap at you. You can hear it prowling around behind you, but you lose sight of it. On a bonus action, they can turn invisible in gloom and darkness. Back around to the top of the round, which means the one that is standing next to Beau is going to attempt to take a little nibble, have a lunch break of his own. They're looking hungry. A 9's going to miss you, and then this next one's going to attempt to attack you, Orin, the one that is in front of you that you had already you dealt the inflict wounds to. A 16 is a miss. Okay. Beau's turn.
I will.
Best sound of a dog. Sounded like a
I will
Minecraft
be
zombie, but
smiling heavily at this point. Good. Come get some. And I will use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon there. I don't know why its display is set up like this, but the idea here is to be able to hit either dog. The one that looks the most damaged is the
one to your left.
Yeah. The one that I will be attempting to strike with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Paste it. How do I...
People, thank you for the tips. I know they're not filling up the bar on the left. We're having to manually calculate it because they don't just... It doesn't reach the top of the other bar and then start filling the bar on the left for some reason.
I'm the reason. I didn't know how to code it to do that.
It's just... yeah, it's manually coded in, and I'm going to be honest with you, we have a lot of things that we have to do. And sometimes these little things slip through the cracks. And then we get to the penultimate episode and realize there's no point in fixing it for 1 week only. So it'll be like this next week as well.
The spiritual weapon will hit
Thank you, everyone.
the creature for 5 damage. And then I will continue by slicing with my moon sickle.
The moon! Sorry. Technically, you aren't allowed... No attack can hit unless you say the magic words.
And I'm blanking on them right now.
Well, guess this attack misses.
The moon haunts you.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And it hits.
For another 5 damage.
Another 5. This guy's still standing.
All right, and that's it for me.
Welcome to level 11. Okay. It is the alpha's turn. This time, the alpha will attempt to bite you, Beau, having failed its howl on the previous turn. The much larger of these dogs suddenly appears, opening these very large jaws, and attempts to bite you. And it's going to hit on a 19. Damn. This will deal 11 piercing, probably? 11, of course, piercing damage. You also need to make me a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone as it attempts to wrench you to the ground. This very large shadow mastiff, quite hard to focus on as its fur blends with the shade itself. Dogs moving around you, the two of you.
I am just seeing if I have any bullshit against this. Sorry.
It's okay. I assume you have a lot of stuff you can do as a cleric at level 11.
That's a lot.
And the fact that you've only played these characters for 2 weeks is... I mean, I don't think I could do it. I probably would have just called in sick.
All right, that is a hit. Did you already deal the damage? Yeah, you did.
Damage has been dealt. It's the strength save I need.
15.
You manage to sort of out strength this strong dog as it tries to pull you down.
Try better than that.
And yeah, you are not dragged to the ground by the alpha. It does, however, vanish. And you can hear it prowling around you. But
ain't no reason to run and hide. I ain't even started yet.
It is Orin's turn.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to cast a spell here, which is See Invisibility. Which, for the duration, you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane.
Nice, yeah.
I believe this counts. Okay.
Yeah, so for you, those two are visible.
Okay. And are they? Can I move, or is one of them like in within 5 feet of me?
Both of them were within 5 feet of you. So
both of them are. Oh dear God. Okay. All right.
You're both actually being flanked by these dogs. Though there is not the flanking rule. There is no flanking rule, but you are. That is the positions they're in.
Okay, I'm going to would you like us to, for the items that we got, like the ring that has a bonus action casting spell in it. Do you want me to attune to that, or can I just assume
No,
that
you
I've
can
got
use it.
some spells from my spell
In
book
my
there?
brain,
Okay.
and I don't think I said
Uh-huh.
it because you were probably making me do another monologue.
Yeah.
In my brain, I was thinking that I was going to say just pick a spell that's in it or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's done. It's ready. Because we've only got 2 more weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't get any
Um,
fun out of it otherwise.
Is it that it's an extra like spell slot so that I could use it, or is it an actual spell?
I think so. Let me read what it was again.
I thought it was the spell slot, which means I could just use it on one of my spells right now. But
So you
I'm
store up to 5 levels of spells in the ring, which you or
So,
another creature can
actual
cast. So a
spells.
ring, yeah, the full wording. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're actual spells, right?
Yeah, I just I
the
don't
ring
know what I
stores
would have
spells
picked to
cast
put in the
into
ring.
it, holding
Okay.
them until the attuned wearer uses them. The ring can store. Well, I guess someone else did this, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's the
Do we
thing.
want to see what's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you, based on
Okay.
pure random. Yeah. Do you just call? You going for it?
Yeah, if I know what they are. Well, because I thought it
No,
was a
you
spell
don't.
slot. Oh, okay. Ooh.
This is the thing. Yeah.
Ugh.
You want to just cast whatever's in this.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a gremlin.
Choose up to 8 willing creatures of your choice right now.
Okay.
Tell me them.
All of us.
All of you.
Well, okay, it's willing creature, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna choose the wolves. I think they're not willing, but maybe they have to roll.
Okay. Let's see.
Do I have any sense if this spell is good or evil?
No, you have a sense that it's strong. I'll give you that.
Oh God. Okay. Fuck it.
Picking the wolves. I'll just allow it.
All
I think
of
this
us.
is cool. Oh, okay. All of you.
All of us. It's ridiculous, but let's do it.
All right. So
We're
now,
gonna immolate us right now.
where do you want to go?
I want to go to the Fallen Star.
Yeah. What do you think of? How do you imagine the location?
I think I'm seeing a very open fields. There's probably like a crater size of openness of this field. I'm not saying there's an actual crater, but there is a circle of the edge of the woods around us. But on this field, there's nothing but that long grass that we've experienced and the sky and stars above us. But it is night in my dream, in my imagination of this. And I think in my dream, I don't know what the fallen star is, but I know that I'm surprised by what it is because I wasn't expecting it to be that. That's it.
Okay. I would say,
Yeah.
based on your character so far, you have been cloistered and never been outside before. So everything, yeah.
Part of my Nivara thing is that I dream and it's like real. So that's where my training has come from, my dreams. It's not technically real, but it can feel real.
Okay, I'll allow that.
What item
Yeah.
is this?
This is the
I'm
ring
using
of
the ring.
spell storing. She's just casting. Just
okay. I thought I got
Captain
that. but
Planet.
Okay, I'll get rid
Oh,
of it.
I thought you told me the ring and the other thing, the tattoo. I said, do you want me to
think I
take them
did.
both? And you said, yeah.
I think I did.
She's got the ring now. We've come too far.
Okay,
It is what it
I'm
is.
sorry.
No worries.
You are casting
Okay.
teleport. This is a 7th level conjuration. The spell
Holy
instantly transports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range to a destination you choose that
Oh,
must.
I had meant the ring of swimming. That's the one
Oh,
that I
that's
had
right.
reckoned.
Well,
That's
you
what
have
I
the ring
meant.
of swimming now, and she has the ring
Okay.
of.
No worries.
Yeah. At some point, you swapped them on the. Flashback to when you're on the horses, and you swapped these rings. It didn't fit your hand, so you handed her this one and then swapped them. The destination you choose must be known to you, and it must be on the same plane of existence as you. Your familiarity with the destination determines whether you arrive there successfully. So the familiarity is all the way up from permanent, circle, associated object, very familiar, seen casually, viewed once, description, and false destination. I was going to go with description.
would work. Yeah,
I think
that makes sense to me.
I think description is what you were given and have learned about in books.
Yeah.
So viewed once, I think I will allow you to bump up to because of your thing. I don't think it actually changes anything though. So roll me a D100.
Sure. It does say willing, so maybe we get away from the dogs anyway, and you're gonna be so mad. You said D100, right?
D100.
All right, 52.
52
which
is
Dex's number in. Sorry, in God.
Yeah, you teleport. You and
Uh-oh.
presumably Beau. I'm assuming that you are like completely willing here with this.
I am not.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you know
completely-
you're being... Well, but the thing is, though, do you know that it's the teleportation spell? Because I didn't. I just knew it was the spell that I was
It's
casting.
true, you don't know what's happening. She's doing
Yeah.
something that would...
You still, not even if I'm healing you or doing some sort of...
She's casting a spell over you and her.
If I don't know that it's a teleport spell, then I suppose I would assume it is some sort of battlefield enhancement.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is going to go down really well.
He's going to be so mad.
He's going to be so
Unless I take us
pissed.
to, like, some infernal plane and then we get a better fight.
You don't. The two of you just completely vanish from this fight. The two of you are teleported away and find yourselves in
If you put
the
us in the library, I
bounds.
swear to God.
No.
Yeah.
You go to the area that you want to go to, but you are not at where the falling star is.
That's beautiful.
You come to the area known as the bounds. This is much further down in my notes than I was expecting to get to yet. It's just a vast sort of flat land of golden meadows and wild flowers.
Players
basically.
go right, and you're expecting them to go left.
I know. It actually, considering how much time we wasted in this episode, is one of the best things that could have happened. It saves me quite a lot of time next week, but also you've jumped maybe a little too far ahead, so I need to pad something into this. So I'm really glad you didn't land at the crater.
I'm so glad that we didn't die and that the wolves didn't come with us, and I'm definitely worried that Beau is going to be mad at me that I immediately fall to my knees and invoke a prayer from Navara, or a
Great
blessing
choice.
of Navara.
Which one do you want to close us
Whatever
out?
monologue you were about to read just now about the meadows.
Where the hell?
Oh, I don't have one. I just have
Oh.
a vague description. Do you want that, or do you want an actual monologue? Yeah?
I want the Lancelot monologue from episode 2. I'm still trying to find the one.
Are you sure it
Sorry.
wasn't? I feel like maybe you reacted to the L one.
I definitely reacted to the L one, but I feel like there was an
Remember.
early one that I was like, God damn, you're writing. I
Can I
want to
make
kill
a
you.
suggestion?
I don't think there was a
Yes.
Lancelot one.
How about the Lancelot's end?
was
Lancelot's
good,
End.
but- That was good, but it made me sad. I say episode 2, whatever you read at the very beginning of episode 2. Do that one.
The Dracula story again.
No, not that one.
Episode 1.
Maybe. Never mind. Read
I don't.
whichever one
so
you want.
Lancelot's
Yes.
Lancelot's End. I think I
No.
might have improvised.
Maybe.
There's
the-
one that you read that was like, I feel like it was early on because I didn't know what you were doing, and I just went, wow, you're reading everything like a chapter book. That's great.
I probably
remember.
it was probably one we already did, but I was just putting effort into
Yeah.
it
Oh, okay.
as
That's
opposed
fair.
to knowing I'm gonna have to spam these out every
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. Do L's. I really liked L's. It made me sad, but it was good.
All right. You sure? You're locking in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What music did I have for this? I feel like we can. I feel like I can.
You have a sad track that you play for us that's not really quite super sad. I mean, you could just leave this one going. It's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad. Yeah. What about, I know what I can do. I can get sound effects. I can get some rain. You know? I have rain.
I'm sure you do.
I know I do, but I'm so incredibly underprepared for...
Well, while he's doing this, we're watching, we arrive at the meadow-ish area, and I look around, and the grass is rippling like a living ocean, and the sun is starting to set. It's the same time of day. Maybe it's midday, maybe the sun's starting to set, who knows, but it's golden. The whole expanse just ripples with the wind, like sending flicks of gold along the ground.
Yeah, write that down for me.
Okay.
I'm going to need that
ready?
next week.
Do you need me to keep going?
The life and theatrics
Perfect.
of El, servant of chaos. The rain fell heavy on the cobbled streets of London, washing away the filth but not the sorrow. The 16th century, among the shadows of the Globe Theatre where El once dreamed to tread the boards, he sat, shivering beneath the tattered remnants of someone else's kindness. El was no stranger to hunger, to cruelty, to the laughter of drunkards who mistook his painted cheeks and stolen gown for a comedy rather than a performance of his truest self. The world had little patience for a man who wished to wear a woman's grace, and yet it was not bitterness that marked El's heart, it was yearning. Theatre was his salvation. By day he scrounged for coin to afford a standing place at the back of the audience. By night he whispered soliloquies to the stars, imagining himself swathed in satin and brilliance. It was not to be. London's stages had no place for an actor like him, let alone a dreamer in borrowed dresses. Years turned into decades, and the cruelty of the world weighed heavily on his spirit. But fate, or something far more unpredictable, was not yet finished with El. The first glimmer of change came when he found himself in the company of misfits, outcasts like him who turned their art into pain. Their pain into art. And piss. From this rabble rose a star. El's voice, his movements, his ability to inhabit not just a role but the very soul of the stage, became the stuff of legend. He performed as Juliet, as Lady Macbeth, as Rosalind, weaving his longing into the roles as no actor had before, and the world, once so quick to jeer, finally began to applaud. I'll run the credits now, because we can... El first noticed it in the lines of others' faces, those subtle grooves of time that deepened with every passing year. His fellow actors, his patrons, his lovers, each grew older, while he remained untouched by the seasons. At first he thought it a trick of the mind, some peculiar delusion brought on by vanity or the flickering candlelight of his dressing room mirror, but the truth became undeniable as decades passed. He stared into the glass one evening, his reflection as youthful as it had been when he first donned the silks of Lady Macbeth, while the face of a friend beside him, once bright and full of promise, was etched with the unmistakable wear of age. It was then, standing in the twilight glow of that stage, that he understood his difference was not merely in his desires or his defiance of convention. Time itself had chosen him, or perhaps abandoned him
fates?
entirely. What are they
Show's
doing?
over.
They still... We need to come back.
Thank you, Fates.
Time itself had chosen him, or perhaps abandoned him entirely. The realization was both thrilling and suffocating. For it was this gift, if this was a gift, it came wrapped in solitude. The newfound applause was fleeting, and the centuries crept by. El aged, but slowly. Where others withered, he remained. His hair silvering over centuries, his face lined with a history that could not be measured in mere years. By the 19th century, he was more than an actor. He was an architect of dreams. He founded theatres, hosted masquerades, and in a stroke of inspiration, birthed the art of burlesque to London, a chaotic dance of defiance and beauty that spread like wildfire. Yet even El could not outlast time forever. The 19th century waned, and his once spry frame grew heavy with age. Sitting in the wings of his grandest theatre, the Queen's Masquerade, he watched a new generation perform on the stage he had built. A pang of longing coursed through him. A desperate wish cast into the void that he might tread the boards once more. one last performance. And the void answered. The god of chaos was not kind, nor was he cruel, he simply was. El did not see him, but felt him, his presence, a shifting, restless energy that wrapped around him like the curtains fall. Oh, I needed chaos for this. Hang on, chaos has a part in this. Chaos is in this, guys. Chaos. Chaos? Is this chaos? Your life, Chaos whispered, has been the theatre of defiance. Let it not end in silence. And so El died, and yet he did not. His old, frail body melted away, replaced with something neither living nor dead, something timeless. Chaos gave him the vigour of his youth, the voice of 1,000 performances, and a purpose beyond the mortal stage. He was bound to the light library, the god's labyrinth of infinite stories, infinite performance, where books wrote themselves in ink that bled and pages turned with a mind of their own. El bowed, his heart aflame with curiosity and dread. For the first time in centuries, he was a newcomer again, stepping into an unfamiliar script. And what a story it promised to be, devoted to chaos above all, devoted to his last performance. The story of El.
God, that was wonderful. And also perfect.
The
'cause
longest
next week
one.
You're dressing up.
But it is
Yeah,
perfect
it's
because
so
I
good.
am going to
Yeah.
be dressing up as El. I just love the idea that El is from a world where there are like quirks and superpowers.
Yeah.
He has one that was just very slow aging. But everything else was the same, you know?
We're still off of a level up, Fates, but we appreciate you so much. Thank you for all the tips.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
so
We appreciate
much.
you.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
Close, but no level up for you.
No, we already had one this episode. Good. Thank you.
You want to hear the last bit of the forest?
Yeah.
You skipped past?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a chaos gremlin.
This was what you missed.
I used the ring and I cast teleport.
The final section.
Done.
Is it Lancelot? I will fucking die. I'm just kidding.
It's not. It was actually John Sandman and Tiger Rider. You can join the call now. Or you could you imagine?
Jesus Christ, Brad.
The Darkfire reunion. I was tempted to.
Tiger would have never forgiven you.
He would never.
I would have never forgiven you.
No, it was a bunch of willow wisps. They were going to trap you into a puzzle.
Oh.
And I was very tempted
Thank
to give
God.
you both.
I'm sorry.
It's just a completely indescribably impossible puzzle for you to solve that
hilarious.
is something
Yeah.
to do with
and the
water.
answer is just not in the fucking
And
stars.
it's just
Bo would have been like,
whatever the fuck.
This is all you.
My
Well,
intelligence is too low.
that's
No way.
it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in for this, the penultimate episode of Non-Canon. Again, we're going to be doing the last episode of Non-Canon next week. It is not the last thing we're going to do on a Friday. We will be returning in 2 weeks, but it's the last Non-Canon next week. What does that
However-
mean? What does it mean? I'm not telling you. PB's about to.
No. I was going to say next Wednesday, and then Brad's going to
Oh,
play
yeah.
a trailer that he loaded up during lunch break.
Let's everyone say goodbye and say thank you to them.
Thank you.
Because
he
it's-
didn't load shit.
It's loaded. It's loaded. It's loaded. I just wanted you to say bye now because it's going to play the ad and you're not going to be able to
Bye
speak again.
now.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much,
Bye,
Fates. We
everyone.
appreciate you.
Bye now.
And I'll see you
Bye
next week dressed. I've got to go and buy all this
now.
Bye
stuff
now.
for
Bye
Al.
now.
All right.
Bye now.
Now it's time for the
I picked
non-canon
the perfect
corporate ad
corset.
break.